Say something.
I'm just playing with buttons today. Hey, welcome to Ridiculously Funny Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, Miss Tabloid. Hey, if you're watching or listening today, I know we're normally off schedule because of our schedule changes and all the bookings we're getting and stuff. So we have to squeeze the show in. We're going to make it happen every week some type of way. Parental advisory, explicit content. So if you are a
hoe ass bitch,
this is not the show for you. Go fuck yourself. And we have Angie on the show, so she might talk about dick and stuff. So
lots of it.
Okay. Byron.
Lots and lots of
it. Guys, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, the motherfuckers telescope outside of the W right now, StreamYard, plenty of fish, Hinge, TikTok probably too. A bunch of shit.
Yeah, so tune in, catch us live right now. Kitty Pine says, hey.
He just texted me.
Give it up for my co-host, Mr. Byron Austin.
Here we go. Give it up. We have like a applause thing or something.
We do. Where is it?
Okay. There we go. There we go.
How are you, Byron?
I'm good.
I didn't do that this
That's
time.
cool. It's all right. I love that picture. It just shows a great bulge.
Right.
I love that picture. It's great.
Where's the bulge, though?
You see it. Shut up.
See it. Oh, you talking about in your tie? Okay. Did you tie your own tie that day? That was a great show. I still love that show.
Cool.
Yeah, you looked really, really nice when you stepped in there and you had on a suit. I wanted to interview you for a job.
Hey, I don't even wear suits to job interviews.
What do you wear?
I might wear a sport coat. I might.
Okay.
Maybe. If I really want the job.
Right. So okay, so you wanted this show then, apparently.
I wanted that show.
Okay.
I wanted that shit.
Okay. Other than that, how have you been?
Pretty good. Chilling. Doing a lot of chilling.
A lot of chilling?
A lot of chilling.
Okay. Also in the building, we have our special guest, comedian, actor, writer, host, father, and husband, right? Or just father? Dsean Ross.
We still fuck around.
I mean, is the wife watching, the baby mom? I don't know. I don't want to disrespect nobody.
Here's the thing. I say I have kids like when I go to shows so that when they go, oh, we're gonna put you up last, it's like 1,000 comedians. I go, the babysitter, right? So in real life, I may or may not have kids.
I'm the same way. Like I have a son. He's been for about 8 years. So I'm like,
I gotta go.
People come to my house. It's like, where's your son? He's outside. But it's 11 o'clock at night. He's responsible. Yeah.
He's independent.
Yes.
Yeah, I learned early not to say you like you still hang out. They're like, oh, what happened to that flight?
Right. Yeah.
Kids are like, oh, the babysitter called off.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so,
I like that.
With that.
Right. Also in the building, we have Miss Angie Krum, comedian.
Did you check to see which picture she was going to use?
Yeah. Like which one?
Comedian, host, actress, and hairstylist to the stars. I don't know if you guys know this. She does hair and she does amazing hair.
Thank you very much. Yes, I do.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. This is so awesome. I love it here.
Who's your favorite client that you've done that we might know?
I can't say.
Well, your locals. Then share the locals.
Oh,
What were they in?
A lot of people up and down the strip. People that have been in movies that live here now and stuff like that. A lot of the people here, it's like the biggest names of people that are on the strip. I don't even know if they're on the strip anymore. So it's it's not even anything worth mentioning.
Where do you want to plug where you are?
Yeah, I'm at Revolution Salon. It's on Rainbow and 215-6965 South Rainbow. And I'm only there 1 week a month. I crunch all my clients together in 1 week. I make a month's worth of income, and then the other 3 weeks is for stand-up and acting and traveling and all that other good stuff. So, yeah, I love it.
I can probably sell pussy like that. 1 week of clients.
Yeah.
We got to take a break though. You gotta get so many beatings. I had so much sex the other day. I actually bruised my vagina.
But how do you? The bruises never show up, so I never
It's a
know.
muscle.
God.
You can bruise a muscle.
How?
Have you ever been hit?
No, it was basically it's like it was on the outside from getting pounded so fucking much
Is
after like
it,
5 days.
do
of
you
fucking.
still have the bruise? Can you show us? Like,
I mean, it's just for learning.
right? Yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
You know what a muscle bruise looks like. This is
Like, I mean, we've never seen a bruised vagina. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was on the outside. It's like I went home and I shaved, and I was like, oh my god, there really is a bruise there.
I mean, I've got pubic area bald because I need to know that I'm with a grown man. I mean, I just think in my head I don't want to do it because it's nothing there, and it's like, oh, this reminds me of and this guy told me you need to shave your. No, I'm not. I'm grown. I was excited when I first got hair on my twat. Like I'm not taking it off. I'll never shave it off. Right. I mean, it's not really woolly. Now I do trim it and do designs. Yeah, it's right now it's shaped like a graduation cap because this is graduation season.
You got
If you have a long enough tassel that you can move it over.
Right. I should. Right.
No, I usually keep it pretty intact down there.
I had someone ask me to take it all off. I was like,
no. I've trimmed some guys because being African, they were African American, and it was a little nappy. It was like,
that coarse
I can't put my
hair.
mouth near that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to
brand it and choke you.
Flat ironed it. Yeah.
I this one girl. It was the hairiest vagina I've ever seen. It was. I think she said she'd only had sex once though, so I guess she wasn't really like a sexual person, so she didn't really just keep it going. I was like, you got to see all this. This is a
when
lot.
Did hair become like not cool? Because at one point, when you
saw everybody loved hair, right?
Because I remember when I was little, I would like you seen hair sticking out like a bikini. I was like, oh snap! That was like,
yeah. But you know what? And I think that's why I'm old school because I grew up wanting the hair. I remember when I first saw the first couple of strings. Yeah. I told my family at dinner, guess what? I saw today. They was like, "What did you see?"
I wish you had made it.
I saw some guy down there. I'm gonna get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah.
It's a good.
When I saw my first one, I tweezed it out.
Really?
So thankful. Yeah, I was happy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was womanhood for me. It was like this is it. It's
another stage of
now all I need to know is my period. Like
now the first time my dick got hard. I really don't even technically remember. I was young.
Yeah.
I remember the first time it hurt though. I remember it got so hard it hurt.
Yeah.
I almost started crying. I was like, I was little. I was like,
you said last week.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what to do.
Blue balls last week, so.
So I remember getting ice. Anytime something hurt, it didn't work. It still hurt. And I remember this.
Did you tell your parents?
No, I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I don't think my parents were there. They worked during the day.
Probably felt like he did something wrong at the time.
So did you like jerk off and take care of it? No?
I didn't even know.
You didn't know there was back then.
Third grade.
Yeah.
Okay, but
that's probably fourth grade. The first time I felt like it's like this is a different kind of.
See, this is
hard.
Let me say this. I didn't experience anything going on until maybe 6th grade, 7th grade. I was riding a bicycle in the 6th grade, and it was a 10-speed, a male 10-speed. So you know it has that bar. And I tried to do what my brothers were doing, and I jumped this ramp, landed on the
hymen
bar of, and it literally paralyzed me for probably about 30 seconds. Like I couldn't feel nothing, couldn't move nothing. And we had stairs in our home.
So that was like a really intense orgasm.
It was really intense. And true story. So my brothers got me up and I went home and we had dinner because it was evening. And my mom kept telling me to go upstairs. And I knew I couldn't make it up the stairs. I knew it because It was bruised. My vagina was
Yeah,
bruised.
see?
All
So
the pounding.
So
right.
you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
So,
From a bicycle.
Yeah.
right from a bicycle. So I get upstairs and I finally make it upstairs, and my mom sees I'm walking funny. She says, "What's wrong?" And I tell her, and she instantly, "Let me see." And she pulls my underwear down, and I'm rushed to the hospital, and I have
Oh my
emergency
gosh.
surgery.
Yeah.
So look, I had just gotten my pubic hairs. True story. So my mom,
Shave
they had to shave it. But they didn't hold it. My mom didn't tell me that. So my mom said, "I'm gonna run out here. I'll be right back." And then the guy and the lady who does the prep for the surgery came in. They was like, "We're here to shave." No, you know, you gotta call my mom. I was a kid. Like, no. And then the guy is a shaver, but the girl is training him. I was like, should he be touching me? And she was like, "But he this is what he's doing. So this is he does it." Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "But no, my mama needs to be here." So they waited for my mom. My mom said, "Let the man shave it." Then they came in with the enema. Like, you got to have an enema, because it was like the surgery happened quick.
Gosh.
So, and I'm 12, 13 years old, and all this is new to me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So way to discover a lot about yourself.
And one day,
So wait a second,
one
where did
day.
they have to put the stitches?
In the
Did the bike pop your cherry?
it did everything. I mean,
Oh
it
my
split me.
God.
It split me from. So you know where the pubic hairline starts.
Yeah.
So I have a scar from there going in like an S shape, going all the way down to
from the root to the tooth.
yeah, almost to the tooth. Yeah,
Not
it
quite
was
the
bad.
tooth.
Wow.
If you ever make a sex video,
Yeah,
and
they know who it is.
you,
Yeah.
you find out
And that's
scar.
another reason I keep the hair on it, because I know what
There you go.
guys. The guys who eat it be like, "Oh, you had a C-section? Probably wouldn't be right there." I'm like, "What?"
So does the hair not grow at the start? You gotta do a little comb.
Yeah, that's why I keep it trimmed. It's like, yeah.
That is great.
And that's the first time I.
Well, thank you, Tad.
Yeah. Get the know you.
Yeah, right.
We learn so much about each other.
Mm-hmm. So my brothers. Hold on. So, long story short, so when I got out of the hospital, I still had the stitches, and I couldn't go downstairs, because once I got upstairs, I was upstairs. So I was the only one who didn't eat dinner with the family, because I had both parents, and we sat down and ate dinner together. They would bring my plate up to me.
Show off.
And then one of my friends knocked on the door. My mom and dad was in their bedroom, and I crawled downstairs, hung out with my friends at the front door who came to see me.
Mm-hmm.
Went back upstairs and popped like 7 of the stitches.
Oh, from walking up the steps.
Yeah.
Oh,
How did people like approach you? It's like, Tab, how you feel, baby?
like that?
yeah, is there a casket inside?
So then my mom saw blood running down my leg. She was like, what is that? And
So you had to go back
I
to
had to go back to the hospital.
That's like great. That's how you started your period for the first time.
I didn't start my period till the 9th grade though.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I was like 6th, 7th grade.
That's
So
a traumatic pussy story.
That is very
I've got some traumatic pussy stories, but that's
It's kind of, yeah, it kind of tops everything.
mine just involves like smell.
right. So you've had some smelly pussies?
I've experienced a smelly pussy.
Now, are you honest with the woman and say, "Babe, let's
Thoroughly.
take a shower"?
You have to
Nope.
be, yeah.
I put it in your face.
What you
Like-
do? Rub it and then you.
It's like I
Because
can't
if I
do
had to
this.
smell, like I remember, I was in we was like, I think I just graduated from high school. So I was in the backseat of my car. I had a Honda Accord back then, the flip up like ones.
10th grade.
And so we in the back seat. I'm like, yo, what's that smell? I'm thinking it's coming. She goes, oh, it's the outside. I said, it could
It's
be.
the exhaust.
So I put the windows down. I'm like,
No.
something stinks. I'm like kissing the neck, and I start moving down. I'm like, nah, something.
Oh.
And so I tested it twice. Like, and I was like, that's you. Look, I put it on
That's
back.
the
This is you. Like, did you go running before we hooked up? Like,
So,
Yeah.
but did it smell like running? Like
no, it's
she smelled chaste?
Smell like an
I
imbalance.
just got done working out. I guarantee it still smells.
terrible.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
But
It wasn't. It was bad. I put it in her face, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't think that. I'm so sorry."
You take it just smudge.
Yeah, we didn't even
it.
finish. We couldn't even finish. I
You
can't
just
do this.
finger and then put it in her mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's why I'm either gonna wipe
Yeah,
your lips,
I'm
your
the same way.
nose.
I'm going to tell you, bro. You need to shower.
Sweaty balls, stinky balls.
But you
And then-
know what? You should know.
But even after that, I'm still not wanting to put my mouth on it if if I had to tell you to shower, and then I feel like you don't take care of your hygiene.
Yeah,
enough.
just bad hygiene.
So at that point, I'm really turned off. Yeah. Or if you come to spend the night and you didn't bring a toothbrush and you knew you were spending the night,
I was just gonna brush your teeth. Because you're not using
that bothers me. But I keep extras. I keep extras too.
But I'll eat your pussy, but don't that's crazy. I'll eat your pussy, but don't use my toothbrush.
Oh yeah. What? I'll bury my face in there, but I'm not using my toothbrush.
I will eat your ass, but don't eat my use my fucking toothbrush.
Or my fork. Do not use my favorite fork.
Once I'm in the bathroom, and I'm like, I can tell her my toothbrush. And I got up and I looked, and I immediately got mad. I was like,
she was using your toothbrush?
Yep. I was like, this
that's
is
a violation.
In my head, I'm like,
it's a violation.
Well, and that's when you say,
did you listen to big stuff?
And
that's what she said. She said, Dsean, I gave you it. I said, yeah, but that's still my toothbrush.
Yeah.
That's like me flossing and then giving you the thing afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it's disgusting.
My parents were married for 40 years, and they were like, "No, we never shared each other's fucking toothbrushes." It's like
because you're not supposed to.
Yeah, because you're not supposed
to.
to.
They didn't tell you that.
Yeah. Like I would, but that'd be weird. Like if I saw somebody that's like, "What are you doing? Like you don't love me. Stop doing that."
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Maybe a husband and wife. That's the only. But even still, I wouldn't do it.
They were like, "No, we never." Because my mom got diagnosed with hepatitis C. That's the only.
That was the wrong sound. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's like they were asking them, like, did you guys ever share toothbrushes and stuff like that? Because none of my dad didn't catch it from her or anything like that.
But that's gross to me, though.
No, it is gross.
I don't even want you to brush your teeth in front of me. That's
right. Yeah,
that one thing that grosses
me. Hey guys,
using my fucking razor.
Right. Hey, right. Oh, a razor. Hey, trending topic. So now I don't know if you guys saw this, that the NASA and the military are releasing footage of actual UFO footage that's being released this Saturday. So if you've not recent, there have been so many sightings. So do you believe in UFOs?
I believe that we're not the only ones floating around the yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're the first intelligent life.
It's got to be a first.
There's got to be a first.
Yeah, but I don't think it's us.
Yeah, I don't think it's us either.
Have you seen what we do sometimes?
We're still. I'm open to everything. I think like I don't know. I feel like all the stuff happening recently is probably just airfield tests and exploration.
When movies are made off of, so much. So everything we're doing is they know something.
But let's go what our vision of an alien is. Why does it have two eyes and a mouth? And I mean, does it really replicate us?
Or do we replicate them?
I was gonna say that.
Or
too.
what if they're already here and they're walking around like human beings or something?
One of us is an alien.
Huh?
What if one of us is an alien?
I wish I had a special power.
I know I'm not. Shit.
What would your special power be?
Oh, mine would be to see through things.
Okay.
Like I'd be able to look at your outfit.
You're
like,
a fucking pervert. Angie.
Probably teleport.
Okay.
Dang, it's gonna sound bad.
Dsean, go ahead.
I was watching the one before Luke Cage. I would be the dude who can control people with his mind. Like
that's nice.
Oh, so you tell the women, okay.
Absolutely. Why would I not?
You said you're a brain.
He literally said he would say one thing.
Give it up for Bill Cosby.
Yeah, exactly. Just get some movies.
Yeah,
this way there's no trace.
Roofie man.
What's up, girl? You trying to fuck? Yes.
Everything you want in life. Yeah. Like you get on stage and go, standing ovation.
Now, I've watched a couple of your sets before, meeting you for the first time, and you're hilarious. So standing ovations probably often happen for you.
They've happened. It's not. I wouldn't say often, but when they do, it's an amazing. It's it's an amazing feeling. Like people don't understand. Like when your words can get people to stand up and applaud you. That's great.
I always tell people that stand-up comedy is the best drug I've ever done.
Absolutely.
Ain't that some shit?
I remember
after
the first time I said, I remember going, I was like, this, I didn't know how to do it yet. I was like, but this is what I want to do. After my very first show, I was like, I'm going to figure out how to do it.
And you know what? The first time I hit the stage, I knew that comedy was where I was supposed to be. I was always funny, and my degree is in theater, so So acting was my thing, but I would never get a serious role. They would always give me the comedic role.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I want to cry. I can cry, bitch. I can cry on you. Like I can act psycho, but I would always get that comedic role. And when I finally jumped into comedy, I knew at that moment that that's where I was supposed to be.
Yeah, I was pretty much always funny, but I didn't think I was like that kind of funny.
I thought it was friends funny.
Make people just listen to what I say and make them laugh while I'm on stage. It's like, that's weird. I can't do that. But the first couple of times it went great. It was like, oh, okay, I can do it. But then like the next couple of months, terrible. And I was like, oh shit, I really want to do this. I'm trying to get better, and I want to get better. And I was like, all right, this is what I need to do. Then this is
life time killed. I got a standing go. I think because it was my first time.
Right. Everybody's
got 2 shows in one night. I did great both times, and then I performed the next weekend at this bar. Remember, so I did a set comedy show, then I did a bar. Didn't know how to perform at a bar yet. People was talking. I'm thinking I'm bombing, and I hated it. But I didn't hate comedy. I just hated that feeling. But I didn't know where else to go, so I didn't perform for a year after my start. I did 3 shows, and then I didn't perform for a year. So I didn't know what to do. So the dude who booked me the first time rebooked me, and those comedians like, oh, you got to go to this club and that club and did it like, and then that's when I started to learn my way.
Yeah,
that wasn't the worst bomb, but it was my first.
My worst bomb was my first paid show. So I when I got into comedy, I was working at the radio station
out here,
and no, it was in Dallas. I was working at the radio station with Russ Parr, and Russ Parr, who's a comedian. Was like, you should do comedy, and I was like, I'm not doing comedy. That's not what I want to do. I want to deliver the morning gossip. That's all I wanted. That's how the name Tabloid arrived. And I was delivering the morning gossip, and you are funny though. You should do it. So I get on there and I do it, and the show sold out, and the people laughed. But I didn't know that the people were laughing because they listen to the radio. They're there to hear.
They follow.
Yeah, they follow me. So if they're there to listen or to see me, then nothing after that could. So I realized I needed to go do something somewhere else with nobody.
Yes.
Where the show wasn't syndicated or whatever you call it. So I go to San Antonio, do a show there, and dry laughs. But it was funny, but not the same kind of same funny. And then I went and did a show, my first paid show. And it was with Anastasia Bolden, who, if anybody knows her, Anastasia the Bold, out of Dallas. She was the headliner that night. And I get on stage and I'm ripping, I'm killing it. And again, friends, family there, they laughing. And after the show, she gave me this constructive criticism and says, excuse me, your material is funny. If you put it in a certain order, this particular order, you would kill. She said, because your writing is creative and nobody's doing what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, this bitch don't know me. Like, bitch, I'm on radio. But I was cocky like that. But I took that constructive criticism and I applied it. And next thing you know, it worked. And everywhere I'm going, the people are laughing. So it just wasn't Dallas where my home or where my family was. It's just, it happened everywhere I went after that.
My first bomb was real bomb, biggest bomb was on television.
Oh no.
Yes. And I'll tell a story here, but I like to the point where I don't even use it as in my credits no more. When people go, what have you done? I don't list comic books. No, I don't even acknowledge it. You said you did comedy? Nope. I literally did not there. So I'll tell you right now. I was on I think it was the last season they called it Comedy View. It was in New Orleans. Cheryl Underwood was the host. And they had this segment called the New Jacks. So anybody new in comedy, you got like 5 to 7 minutes. And then when you got off, you stayed on stage to let them talk to you and stuff. So I get up there and so I never done TV. I'm only a year into comedy. I'm destroying like up to this point. Yeah. So they saw my audition, great audition. And then they tell you when you do TV, we need to know your set. So, you got to submit. So I'm like, okay. And so Rodney Perry, somebody I looked up to was like, yo, you got to practice your set. Know your set when you get there. So I practice. That's not the type of comedian I am, though. So, a lot of people, there's 2 types of comedians, I always say. The ones that can list their jokes and do them verbatim. Yeah. And then the ones like me, I can list it and I'm all over the place.
That's me. Yes. I have it in my head. I know bingo. My set.
Yeah, it's like bingo. We got to go and how we feel, the audience. So that's who I am. So I did that, though. I did something different. I practiced these 7 jokes. I get to New Orleans. I'm so nervous. And as I'm walking on stage, I always have a saying when I go on stage, but the producer had grabbed me. She goes, hey, remember, you're a new jack. So when you stay on stage, when you finish, stay on stage and don't bomb. So now I'm walking on stage going, don't bomb.
Would say that?
Don't bomb. So now bomb is in my head.
Yeah.
I never think about bombing. The DJ cuts the music before I get to the mic. I'm like, it's the biggest audience ever did, right? So I'm up there, I'm doing my jokes like, and you guys ever see and then so I even acknowledged it. I said, you know what? I feel like the last kid at the track meet getting clapped in, right? And they're like, oh, they applauded. And I should have got off because I couldn't think. And when my ego said, tell a joke, you're funny. So the joke is supposed to go, have you ever stole so much from a job you couldn't be mad when they fired you? I started to say, I was like, you ever be at your job and you be late and calling sick? And you fight, and because they start fighting, and then you hear laughter. I mean, big laughter. I'm like, what are they laughing at? I turn around. Cheryl Underwood is walking out on stage with an aerosol can, like a Lysol. She was like, cut my mic on. She walks out, puts her arm around me, and it felt like 8 hours of roasting.
Oh my God.
I don't know how long it lasted in real life to this day, and I'm standing on stage with this dumbest, like,
hey, Tack, can you Google this?
She's killing me.
You know I'm going to.
I don't think it comes up. That's why I told you I don't tell people. I do. They killed me. Oh, I think in the Black community, Angie, I think if they feel like you're on TV, you are worthy of that spot, and you're supposed to stand up to this responsibility. And if you don't, then
you're on stage.
No, we feel like that at regular shows.
Well, I feel it. But I'm just saying that once at that TV level, but even
because even when you go to regular shows, you talk to somebody like, go talk to the angriest Black person in the audience. They'll go, yeah, they better be funny. They better make me laugh. Like I've had people come up and go, I didn't come here to laugh today.
Oh, yeah.
Who goes to the library to not read? Like who goes to a comedy show to not laugh?
Who goes to the strip club not to tip? Right? Like what?
You came with no money? Like, why are you out the house?
People sit there and they're like,
you didn't think you'd find any ass you funny.
Bro, but so what happened was, and then they had BET.com and they would go write, and I, like a dickhead, I would go read. It hurt me. It hurt me bad. I was like, yo, I'm a person.
Yeah.
So what I did was I said, when I get back home, though, I said, I'm gonna hit the stage every single night and I'm gonna make all them people laugh. So when they see me, they'll go, he was funny, he might have got nervous. Yeah. And that was the beginning of like my work hard.
Well, I don't know if you saw the Mason Pryor.
Yes,
incident.
I was there.
Okay, so Mason Pryor, Richard Pryor's son, ended up doing the Apollo.
Yes.
And they booed this little boy. Now, Mason reached out to me because he used to live in Vegas. I don't know where he's living now, but he used to live in Vegas. He reached out to me and Donnie and wanted us to write for him. And I said, okay, cool. And he never reached back. After we said, yeah, he never reached back. But when he got on Apollo, his set, I went out there like my daddy. I wouldn't use my daddy jokes, but my attitude and my demeanor would have been my daddy because that's what they're expecting.
And he looked like him and all that.
Yeah, he looked just like his dad. But I know he gets to the point to where he's tired of being introduced as Richard Pryor's son. So you're Mason Pryor. So you got to go out there and do just a little bit. Yeah. So.
I always say if you're gonna be in that limelight, you got to go with. Like, okay, this is a better example. I remember when I first started comedy, I met Damon Wayans Jr. But he would go by Kyle Green. He was like, that's my middle name and my mother's maiden name. Even though he looks dead like Damon.
Just like,
But he was like, and he grew up in the business, but he was like, I still want to make a way so that when the people that don't know me, don't put that pressure on me. Let me be able to grow. Yeah, that's what he should have did. If you're going to be Richard Pryor's son, that's all you're going to know.
Really funny, and then I'm actually Mason
Once
Pryor.
I'm funny, then I can be Mason Pryor.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like if you're going to go into the same line of work, who your father, who's an icon, a legend, it's like you're going to go into the same line of work.
You're literally walking in like you're like the Michael Jordan. Your dad is the Michael Jordan.
LeBron James Jr.
Yes, Michael Jackson. Exactly.
LeBron James Jr. You're going to go to the NBA, and people are going to compare you to your dad.
And you're not going to be him though.
And you're not going to be your dad.
Because you know what? You don't have that. You don't have that gift. You didn't have the struggle that they had.
Yeah.
You're not going to be it's just not going to happen for you. You're going to be good, but you're never going to be great. And they were great. So it's hard to, I would have went to a whole nother realm. Personally, I'd been like Michael Jordan's sons and played a completely different sport.
Yeah, I would try. I mean, I would try something else, and like go into acting. Don't necessarily go into comedy.
Not at all.
It's like, because if you look like your dad, you share the name. It's like, then go get some movie roles.
And you look like it.
Yeah,
But I was
Curry
there.
passed his daddy.
Yeah,
They got the same name.
but he wasn't a star. His Dale Curry.
Let me ask you a question.
That's why his
Angie,
younger brother.
Where's your mask?
Where's my mask?
Yeah. You don't want to wear one?
Am I
Mine's right
supposed to
here.
be wearing one?
Yeah, I'm just asking. That was
Oh,
one of
I
our.
have two in my purse.
Okay, that's all I asked.
So here's my
Okay.
thing. We did a show together the night before, so I figured if one of us had it, we already exchanged it.
Right.
So why wear the mask now?
I'm here every week.
Yay, guys. Laugh Lounge Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. at the Blue Martini, 6593 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Town Square. I just found out tickets are $20, but I have a meeting with the organization today. Hopefully we can get that reduced for comedians and those people who are fans. Mask required due to COVID regulations, only if you're moving about. But if you're right. And it's hosted by your girl, Miss Taylor, which is me, and it's a different lineup every week. Last week we had Melanie Camacho, Dsean, Ross, and
Kirk McHenry.
Oh, Kirk McHenry, and it was one other. Oh, and Trix.
You were on the show?
Yeah.
And Trix.
No doubt.
And Trix was on the show. That was it.
Jay
Devon.
Jay Devon.
Jay Devon.
I should have came out today.
For more information, text me at 702-514-7931. I can send you the information for the show. You're listening to us live right now at Ridiculously Funny Comedy Podcast. Hey, keep in mind, this is a recorded show, so if you're listening to us on Spotify, don't call us because today is Thursday.
Yeah. I would like for them to reduce those tickets for comedians or people who've been on the show.
Wait, comedians got to pay to get in?
A lot of comedians hit me up the night of the show because we had a lot in the audience. They all paid $20, and they hit me like, "Why are we charged $20?" Like, I don't make the.
I would have texted
not my show.
I would have texted him like, "Hey, I was coming to support you, but
I'm not gonna say I've been on the show and have been paying to be on the show. I paid.
Oh, I wouldn't have done it. Hey, shout out to Guido Pie, the best pizza food truck. That's our sponsor for the day in the Valley. Small business owners, and owned and operated. Support local small businesses. The date is wrong on there, but will be at the Cadence Park on Saturday and Sunset Park on Sunday. The pizza goes fast.
Are they
so
only
go
be
follow.
on weekends?
Yeah, they only do weekends unless it's a booking during the week.
Amazing pie.
Amazing pie.
That's what people in New York call it. It's fucking pie. It's
and that's why I think that's why they call it pie. Because when I said pizza,
Guido, that's in the New York Italian.
They were offended. It's not a pizza. It's a pie. I was like,
we call
it doesn't like a pizza to me.
like pie is delicious after dinner.
You got right. Terry. No, it's a fucking pie. You moolies don't know anything.
Please go like them on Facebook. It's Guido Pie, Guido Pie. And tell them that Tab and Byron sent you, and you'll get a free drink with your order. They
shit
with their pies. Yeah, with their pies, and you'll like it. I mean, I had some last week. Lastly, bring back the normal. I want to bring back with this whole COVID being over.
Bring back normal.
Well, I mean, what normal to me now is the mass shooting. So I guess that's normal because it's happening.
Exactly.
And since January 1st, we've had 232 mass shootings.
That's how you know.
Yesterday.
And Saturday.
Right,
Yeah,
yesterday.
I said that on the news this morning. Yeah.
So bring back the normal. So do we want to bring back all the normal, or you want to?
I just want to go raw in life. I just want to be able to breathe about this mask.
Yeah.
I do.
Are you vaccinated?
Huh?
No, it's cool. I'm not either. Angie?
I'm not vaccinated.
I want to be like, did you ever get tested for HIV? Like, well, that's personal.
Yo, brother, I just met you now.
I'm not yes, I am opposed to getting it, but like, why are you going so hard to get me?
Why are you pressuring me?
Nothing else has been given away for free.
You know, I don't trust it.
Diabetes medicines, none of that. Now they saying, come get beer. Come get French fries.
Come get a strip club. Yeah, because I saw all of that. Yeah.
Since when does pharmaceutical companies give anything away for free?
Especially to the lower communities first.
Right.
Nah. See,
it's a trick. It's a trick.
I'm not one of those conspiracy theorists that's like,
I am.
Tuskegee.
No.
You know why I'm not getting it? because LeBron James doesn't have it yet. That's my
I didn't believe COVID until sports shut down. That's when I'm like, oh, it's real.
Like, oh yeah,
That's
that's
the same here.
they
Once they
serious.
started
Like,
canceling all that stuff, I was like, oh,
There's
this
no
is
way
a
you're gonna
thing.
shut your
Yeah.
money down. When
Yeah.
you shut money down, I said, oh, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the show started canceling,
Yeah, like,
oh
yeah.
my god!
like, and I would tell them during comments, say, well, you had a show scheduled in April. We're gonna have to cancel it. Really? Like, this is just March.
Yeah.
Like, we just like give
It's
it away.
gonna be
Give it away.
they would say postponed. I'm like, well, when postponed to? Because I need to get this money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I need that attention though, because I don't know if you guys did virtual shows. Like that was the most horrible thing.
I
terrible.
hated Zoom
I
shows.
did one.
Because one, I'm sitting down at home in front of my computer. One, I have two hands free. That's
I
weird.
have the vibe.
I need the mic. So I used to hold my phone like this. And then I'm sitting down. I got my nephews in the back running around acting crazy. I don't like Zoom shows.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I didn't do
I
any of
do
them.
You didn't do any of them?
I did 2 podcasts, and one of them got me wrongfully evicted out of my house in LA. That's what we
Oh shit.
That's
Yeah.
what
Explain,
What
please
you
share.
saying?
What happened?
I was living with my cousin.
You said the
Yes,
N-word?
I was living with a cousin in LA this whole time.
He said, "Did you say the N-word?" Like, that's the only time we get
Oh,
y'all
I
get
said-
canceled.
That's when they would get our cancel now.
I almost said her first name.
Okay.
And for legal reasons, I'm not going to.
Okay. Can you write it?
I'll write it on the index card.
I'll say it.
Yeah, but she's 20 years older than me, and I didn't go to LA that I was going to
Oh,
And
cool.
so I did this podcast last June, and I mean, at that point, she hadn't bathed in a year. You know, she's a spoiled little rich
Now I will
kid.
say this: when Whitney Houston died, I wouldn't take a bath either because I was afraid of bathtubs. I was like, "Bitch, I am not taking if that killed Whitney, bitch, I am not
take us
taking a
out.
bath."
It's
Yeah.
not the bathtub that killed Whitney. It was the cocaine. Don't do cocaine before a bath.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. When I'm in Home Depot, I wouldn't even walk down the bathtub. Ow. I didn't trust it. Go ahead.
Oh, and I would come home from being out of town for days at a time. And
Was she a comedian?
Shit all over the floor. No.
Oh, okay.
She's 20 years older than me. She was like, come live with me in LA. I didn't know that what I was going to be walking into and that she was going to get worse. So when I did this podcast, they were talking about like people having real problems, you know? So yeah, we poked a little fun at her, but at the same time, like one of the guys on the podcast is in recovery. So he told me about a lot of like things I can do. It's like, at what point are you enabling her?
So it's helpful.
Yeah, it was helpful. But I mean, we like at one point, the one guy goes, she hasn't bathed in a year. Let's throw her in the pool. And I go, well, at least I could get in the pool. So little things like that, right? So 2 months
She
later.
tuned into this report. I mean,
No,
to this
she has a
podcast?
friend. She has a friend that,
Oh yeah.
that has always had this weird obsession with me, almost like a rejected lover or something, right? They're all
So
trust
she
fund
put
babies. They all
100
inherited
on
their
it,
parents. They all
So,
inherited
so it was a guy who wanted to fuck you that you
No, it was a
rejected.
girl.
Who wanted to fuck you that
Yep.
you
So,
So she probably put extras on it too, Tim.
well, this woman, like I had her blocked on
they
everything
be
except for
lying.
YouTube. So I was out of town. I was in Montana at my dad's funeral. I come back, pull up. I had Aiden park in the truck with me. So there's a car in the driveway, and I was like, I don't recognize that car. Some guy walks up. I had to park on the street. Walks up to me, and he goes, "Are you Angela Krum?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "This is a temporary restraining order. You're banned from this home. Keys to a storage unit. You don't live here anymore." And then he handed me my dogs. So on this temporary restraining order, like the part about the pool, it said I was going to drown her. Like
Oh, wow.
that's how far out her and her fucking cunt friends got outlandish with it. And her friend that started all of this, I have the best idea for karma, and I hope to God it fucking happens to her. But yeah, basically we've been going through all this legal shit. They didn't realize that they.
Well, I don't know if you know this. This is the show where we make karma happen.
Yeah, well,
Oprah, where are you? Like,
wrongfully evicted me, which is
we should pray karma.
it was during because we went to court already. She was trying to get the temporary restraining order turned into a permanent. And the judge, he's sitting there with his bowl on the bench, just looking at her and her attorney. He was just disgusted by
Is she
it.
your family member?
She's my family member, yeah. And I'm like, why? Because I poked a little fun at you. Go wash your stinky fucking ass.
You
bitch.
haven't bathed in
I'm
a
like,
year.
I'm so sorry that you grew up being a spoiled, rotten child, and you were a model and you almost married celebrities. And then your parents died and you inherited millions of dollars. Boo-hoo. Let me just stay home and do nothing with my life.
Can we get a cup and some ice and some?
We need more
Whiskey.
ice. Do you want me
I
to
like
run
how
out and
she
do a
said-
little?
We're out of ice already?
Yeah,
I'll get it.
he and I've been
Oh.
sucking it down.
Byron, get some more ice, please.
She said she almost married a celebrity. That was the funniest.
So let me ask you guys this. So
No, a few of them.
Hollywood.
So
Oh.
Angie and Dsean, Byron's gonna
Hollywood.
go retain some ice. Do you think that as comedians, we have a different level of living or what the word I'm looking for? So with your situation,
Yeah.
so people expect so much of us and want us to keep the family secrets, the family stories a secret, and all, like I have stories, I don't release them for fear and hurt, because I can share one story about one cousin, but it may affect another cousin.
Yeah.
And I try not to bring that on stage. Now my entire life I've lived a secret, so to speak. So again, I mean, I open up to you guys today about something I've never shared with anybody.
But I think honestly, first of all, I think it's a horrible thing that you went through, but it's a great story to tell on stage.
Yeah.
Even with family, even if you just say I have a friend or a cousin, just say general, they might know, and then they're gonna have some. But I'm like, dude, it's still my life too, because I'm a part of it. So why should I have to hinder my life stories?
Well,
because you're sensitive.
also at that point, I had been living with her for 5.5 years, and I tried everything I could think of to try and get her to get help, get better, something. I had her going to a therapist. She lied to the therapist. She would fall and hit her head. I'd have to call 911. She wouldn't even remember that they were there. She fell and broke her fucking hip. I mean, just one thing after another with her. I mean, just constantly like cleaning up after her, doing her banking, doing her shopping. When they say no good deed goes unpunished. So again, yeah, I vented a little bit, but there was a lot of love in there. Like I was talking about, like the reason why I hadn't left is because I was afraid that she would die if I left.
I don't know. I look at things differently.
I mean, I was going to Al-Anon meetings.
Yeah. What city
She
was
was
you
just
staying in? Were you in Hollywood?
I was in Arcadia.
Oh, okay. Ooh, she got some money.
Again, now she's got my aunt and uncle's money that she's pissing away.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's dark.
No, I tell my, like, whatever's happening, I'm going to tell it because I need to tell it.
Oh, and also I have jokes about her that I tell on stage, and she's like, I don't care if you talk about me on stage. I'm like, so why is it that I?
So why's the podcast piss you off?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing too. Since she has no life, she never leaves the house. She has maybe 2 friends that she still talks to because everybody has cut her out because of her alcoholism. She basically, like, for instance, right before she kicked me out, we had to get all the pipes replaced under the house and in the front yard because my aunt and uncle should have done it 20 years ago. Yeah, it cost her $32,000.
Hey guys, call us if you like to be a part of this show, or if you just like to be a guest on the show. 702-912-1888. Call us now. The lines are open.
Yeah.
This is an amazing segment. You know what? And the show normally lasts an hour, but we can go as long as it takes. So guys, I have something to do later, but I'm good for now. I'm excited to have you. Now you have a show tonight, right?
Yep. Yes, I do.
So just so you know, you can always listen to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Catch us on Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, iTunes, Podbean, and Anchor. Remember, please always like, subscribe, and follow. Those things are important. These numbers work when you guys do these things. So you people that are watching here, you got this close up of this eyeshadow. Catch us at Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, iTunes, Podbean, and Anchor. Hey, we're at the segment of the favorite part of my show where Byron asks you guys some questions. And this is where the writers, the listeners, who we advertise to today about your appearance, they write in, they want to know some information about you.
Okay.
So it's from our listeners and viewers and followers. And it's called Asking for a Friend.
Right. That's how we should tell our comedy.
Right. Asking for a friend. Stay tuned. Later in the show, we'll do a prank call and some unwanted pranks. So Byron, ask your questions.
Oh, just in time.
How's everybody doing today?
Well,
You already got them?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right. This one is from Robert.
Robert or Robert?
Robert.
Okay.
He got another R in there, but
Okay.
we're gonna treat him like family. I mean, you guys can both answer this question. What's your most embarrassing moment on stage besides Comic View?
we didn't expect that one.
You want to go first?
I have to think about it. Oh, well, I can tell you about the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. It's kind of embarrassing. I was performing at a nudist campground in Minnesota a couple years ago. And I sell panties on stage because I talk about how women don't name their vaginas. Well, I had a pair on under this dress. I had 400 naked people in the audience, right? So I get to the portion of that and I lift up my dress, showing them that I have this underwear on, that it's available for purchase after the show. And I pull out a marker. I go, does anybody want to come up here and name mine? It was like being rushed at a concert or something.
Oh, wow. like you were Whitney Houston.
Yeah. So this chick was the first one up there, and I was like, okay, in all fairness, you were first, right? So as she's writing on it, I'm still telling jokes. She pulls my panties aside and tries to eat me out on stage.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
And
stop
I was
her?
like, yeah, I did stop her because I was like, hey, wait.
I love some head.
And I told her, I said, well, I mean, she went down after the show.
Okay.
But I was like, let me finish what I
let me get off work.
Yeah.
Let me clock out.
I mean, everybody got
Tiffany, clock me out, bitch.
Everybody got naked.
Your embarrassing moment on stage?
Most embarrassing.
Other than
other than Comic View, that was by far. But so I was sick. Like I ate something bad. So I was backstage throwing up. They're doing my introduction. So I'm like, all right,
pregnant.
let me go get on stage. As I'm talking, I'm doing like a 30-minute set. And like minute 2, my nose starts to bleed.
Oh, no.
So I have to literally lift because my nose bleeds. I have a weak nose. The wind,
I'm a
the heat. Yeah, I'm a bleed. I'm a later. So I had to perform.
What's your sign?
Drips. I'm a Leo.
I am. Oh my God!
Come on now.
When's your birthday?
The 18th.
Okay.
You can't do any
cocaine.
No, we can't.
No, you just.
I can't even do wind.
Put it in the burrito. Put it in the burrito.
Too much makes my nose bleed. Yeah, so
Nose was bleeding?
It dripped the first couple of nights because it came quickly.
T-shirt.
And I never wear white. Never ever wear white. Ever. I don't like white.
I could imagine.
Byron, what was your Byron? Real quick, what was your most embarrassing?
I think we talked about this. This was it was a Blue Martini. Actually, it was Laugh Lounge. It's like I think my second time doing it. You weren't.
But it was. I wasn't hosting. Okay.
You weren't hosting that. It was like early in my Vegas days out here.
August 21st. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was like the mic was low and like I don't have like I didn't project well. And then some lady in the audience was like, "You got to talk louder, baby." And then it was just from there. It was just like, this sucks. This is bad.
Yeah.
But get through it. It makes you stronger.
It does.
You can't learn shit from a great show. I always say that. You can only learn from a bomb.
You got to bomb to get stronger. You have to.
True.
You got to shit the bed a few times.
Hey.
A few times, yeah. Next question, Byron.
All right. We're gonna go with Dsean. I'm gonna go with you for this one.
Yeah.
This is from Tristan. We'll call it him or her Tristan. It's the way it's spelled. I can't be sure.
Okay.
What disturbs you most about the entertainment industry?
Honestly, it's a good and a bad thing. Social media, because it's good because it gives us the platform to promote for free and all that, and I love that. But I don't like how somebody who could be just,
new to the industry,
and and they'll blow up, which is fine. But then they'll say, "I want to go on a comedy tour now." That bothers me.
Well, not just that. Like I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say names because I don't give a fuck. Like Jess Hilarious, who was not a comedian, who never performed on stage until her name became big because she did videos, social media.
And then they'll take somebody like one of us.
That's a good joke.
And they'll go, wait, we want you to do 45 minutes as a feature, and we're gonna have the headliner do 15, maybe 20.
Yeah.
and you're like, they're getting way more money, but you want me to be the funny. They're the draw.
All those failed actors and musicians are like, oh, I think I'll be a comedian now. So all this shit that we've been working
rappers,
our asses
singers.
off for.
If you want to get into comedy and you got a big name, fine.
Yeah.
But then do this. If you're gonna go on tour, call it Whoop-De Whoop Presents or Whoop-De Whoop and Friends. So go host, go out and do 2 minutes
idea.
And bring up he's funny, right?
Bring
I come out and I go, did you laugh that? They're like, ah. Boom, you come up, you kill. You come up, and then I do my one.
I don't think they should be the headliners. I just think like Nene Leakes.
Be the draw, but not the headliner.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now wants to be a comedian, and she opened up this fabulous bar and stage in Atlanta about a month ago.
They went on tour.
But she's doing comedy. She's going on tour, but each show she's failing because she's not. That is not
comedians.
Most of those people don't.
But she's headlining.
And she's touring with a Melody Camacho, Lonnie Love. Because I used to work with. I opened for Lonnie for like years, and I'm like, and I've never seen, but I've seen the clips of Nene trying to headline over a show with
real
some more Melody Camacho, Lonnie Love,
impossible,
like real headliners. Yeah. So that's what I don't
people
like.
Generally, don't appreciate the crowd.
I'm not mad that you want to get into comedy, but then take the path and go through comedy and then become the headliner.
But a lot of those people never wanted to be comedians. They just want to keep maintaining.
It's an opportunity.
If you host it, you're still the draw. You're gonna make the most money. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm mad that when you go in, I'm a headliner. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, it takes a while to become a headliner, and I see why now because I've been doing it.
Yeah.
To go through.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
Minus 2020 since 04.
Minus 2020.
Because that didn't count.
Okay.
So I'm like 17, 18 years in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I love social media though. So don't say I don't love it. I love social media.
I love social media, but I forget to post. I still have reservations about making videos. I'm just thinking that I don't want to repeat or copy or mimic what somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
But you could post clips of this. You could put your daily life. People want to see what we're doing, and I'm not even huge yet. Like I'm trying to get bigger on social media. They really like that. It's cool.
They eat that shit up. I mean, even
they're at
doing
work.
Not even anything.
And what do you want to do at work? Get away. So they go on YouTube and Instagram, all that stuff. So post, shooting pool, having drinks. What we were doing after the show the other night. Like we need to be better at that. Absolutely.
All that stuff.
All of that?
Not all of it.
But it's more like just shooting the shit behind the scenes type stuff.
Now, I will say after the show on Tuesday, it was probably about what 11 comedians. We were just all hanging out, just having a ball. Like I mean, with no one was thinking they were better than anybody. It was just all strictly fun and entertainment.
Yeah, and I think of only 3 of us that performed that were still there, and the rest were all comedians that came to hang out.
Yeah,
cool.
And then it was a lot. It was just fun. It was like we were comedians, but we were just
brothers and sisters.
My boy had this thing where he said comedians being regular people. When he would hook up regular days where we would go do stuff outside of comedy.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And there were still other people there, but we should have been recording that and putting clips of that up too, though.
We should have.
See, it's good when you can get a group of comedians and doing that, and motherfuckers aren't on all the time. I
hate that.
I can't stand when I get with a group of comedians and motherfuckers don't know how to just be like. I know you're funny, like that's why you're hanging.
That's why you're here.
Me.
Yeah,
I get it.
So now is there something wrong with being uppity?
No, not uppity.
No, just
if you're naturally like that, no. But if you're trying to be on all the time.
That's like him saying, "How's your dad doing?" And I try to hit him with a joke, and you're like, "I literally saw you do that. You're trying to work it out on me right now. I'm asking you for real. How's your father doing?"
Right. Yeah, shit like that.
Because in conversation, we're all gonna make each other laugh eventually. Comedians, non-comedians,
it'll come out naturally. But when you're trying too hard to like, you don't have to do this.
You don't have to do even regular.
This is not what we're here for.
You don't have to make me laugh. Just talk. Okay. I used to love this song.
Hey, Byron's Ball Buster. Byron's, what's busting your balls this afternoon?
I don't know.
I've never said afternoon.
I know, right? It's usually this evening. It's usually an evening thing. I don't know if I should even say this.
Go ahead and say it.
This might get me
do it
in trouble and abused. by this guy, Kwame Brown.
Oh, right. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay, yeah. Share
Yeah,
this because I want to chime in on that. Go ahead.
Now, see, I was with Kwame at first. I was with him.
You were against Charlemagne.
I wasn't against anybody. That wasn't the first video. The first video was about Stephen Jackson and Matt Barnes.
Steve Jackson. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he did another one about Stephen A. Smith and another one about Jamel Hill and another one about Charlemagne the God. And it's like, all this shit you were talking about, people, everything you said about all those people is like, all y'all do is get on camera and bring down black people. And it's like, yo, you're literally getting on camera and bringing down black people.
Yes.
Like you are being the biggest hypocrite for everything that you are mad about everybody saying about you. I understand the first video, cool, man, speak your piece, say what you got to do. But every follow-up video after that is like, yo, you've been a hypocrite now. I'm off the train.
I get it. But at the same time, at some point, they really laid in on him. And to me, if you had no issues and nothing doing your whole career in basketball, and then they are now reading you for not being better than you were because you were drafted, then I think that's the problem. I mean, he didn't have to go. He didn't have to go out there and do an amazing Kobe number or amazing. I don't say basketball.
I had no problem with the first video.
Okay, but to me, I mean, I'm still stuck at Charlemagne the God, who came out and put all his family business out there that had nothing to do with his basketball career and anything to do with him or his stats.
I didn't like how he did that to other people.
Well, he did it all. He does it all the time.
He was putting other people's business out as well.
Oh, see, I missed that part.
That's what I'm saying.
And like for me, I think I seen. I don't know if you guys know who Sean Livingston. Sean Livingston was a number one draft pick back in the day. Hurt his knee, ended up rehabilitating, come back. He won with the Golden State Warriors. He was an off the bench player, but a great guy, right? Somebody called him trash. He put a post up. He held up his rings. He goes, "Yeah, I'm trash. I'm about to retire at the age 31, $50 million in the bank account. Played in the NBA, toured across the country. I have to do nothing for the rest of my life." Thank you.
And I love all that. Yeah.
That to me is a bigger flex than what Kwame's doing.
Exactly.
Like, bro, like you didn't have the reason why they
so at some point
it's like he's finally got a camera in front of him and people are paying attention to what he's
saying.
He doesn't know how to handle it. This is the first time this is happening.
So should he be quiet?
At this point,
I think so.
At this point, yes.
Or if you want to flex, then flex that you're living a great lifestyle, not having to do anything because you were in the NBA for 10 years, a number one draft pick. Who cares if you went number one and you went bad?
Hold on. Hey guys, around the town we have this week WAF comedy show Macho Black over at One Love Clubhouse at 3432 North Bruce Street. It's every Wednesday, 9 p.m. different show every week. Open Mic Extreme Comedy Club is now on Sundays. Hosted by Carlos Anthony. I did it last week. I didn't go to do open mic. I went to support those young comedians. Okay. And it was great. It was an actual audience. Yeah, but it was an actual audience. But in fact, the comedians who still look up to you, those veterans or those comedians who they favor.
Up to town.
Right. And what I love about it is this particular show. Well, all open mics. They will sit there and it's chatter while other comedians do. And once I get on stage, it's dead silence. Like, bro, can I get some chatter because I can regulate the audience, whatever. And Sugar Daddies is Thursdays, hosted by Dennis Lavender, 7 p.m. Show is at 8 p.m. Be there by 7 to get a good seat. Las Vegas Comedy Smoking Show, hosted by Steve McAnally. Show starts at 8:07. New lineup every Wednesday. Located at the Rolling Smokes Barbecue on Las Vegas Boulevard, next to the Pawn Stars. And Cork and Thorn every Friday.
You know, it's funny that you say that. How people got quiet when you were going. I feel like that's when I felt like I was getting good at comedy. Like, because I feel like Vegas is like the best training ground. I could have had like as far as getting off. Yeah. As far as like getting off in comedy. Because I mean, I did a little in Austin, but like I feel like coming out here was really when I started. But like,
why though?
There's more competition. There's clubs out here. You get to see headliners and hang out with them.
I'm gonna take you back.
I'll say this though, because in LA, starting in LA, we don't get our open mics are other comedians and celebrities. So I'm walking in going, hey, man, I'm gonna get 5 minutes. Like, okay, cool. Dave Chappelle walks in. You're not going up. You're getting bumped. Marlon Wayans walks in. Chris, and then even when you're doing book shows, you're gonna get bumped. If you, I was at the Laugh Factory. I promise you, I had just got to say, thank God. Chris Rock and Cat Williams walked in. Cat walked up and goes, "Who hasn't went up yet, niggas? You might as well go home." Because him and Dave were about to do the rest of the night. Yeah. And everybody, you hyped, you got all your people. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Byron. Guys, you want to be a guest on our show, email us at all.over.laughs@aol.com. Laughs is LAFFS. You can be a comedian, an author, a singer, a dancer, a twerker, an artist, a painter, if you're Mexican, a dishwasher, or a chef, again, if you're Mexican. Hit us up and fuck with us.
Yeah. I had to say it to my live. He said Mexican.
Mexicans love. I'm from Texas. Mexicans love.
Right. You said something that
starting in Vegas.
Vegas being a great training.
So I would say thank you for that. I would coming from Dallas and me doing comedy. I did Angie's Room for the first time in 2011. Yeah, 2011, and she at Meatheads, and I remember the comedians, the chatter, the whatever. And then the first time I got on her stage was February 13th. It's the day before, I'm gonna say before Valentine's Day, or maybe that was the second time. But when I hit her stage, absolute silence, like dead silence, like who is this big black bitch? Like nobody was talking. And if they was talking, I could not get that. And it still bothered me. Like, and then when I get off stage, the next comedian get up and everybody's talking. Like, why was it? And I used to think that it was just me and I was tuning out everything that was going on. But I recorded sets, and I knew that it was real, and it happened.
For me, that just meant I knew people were paying attention to what I was saying, because it just kind of gradually happened where you go up at some places and people are chattering, and then you get better, you get laughs, and then eventually you show up and motherfuckers are like, well, when he's on stage, I'm going to pay attention, because like you'll see when some comedians are on stage, there's chatter. When other comedians on stage, people are quiet and paying attention and laughing. It's like, those are the good ones they're paying attention to.
But I do like one thing I say about outside of LA, when you guys have anybody outside of LA have open mics, you guys have actual audience members.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
No, we never had that. It's only
I've done some mics in LA.
Guys, you're listening to a Texas Funny Comedy podcast, but I never understood why comedians don't laugh when you're on stage. So
because you're writing.
You can't judge your comedic skills or your timing or your delivery when you're performing in a group of comedians.
I tell you, because I tell all young comedians that at the wrong things. We laugh at the dead silence, the bomb moment, the awkward. We laugh when it's not funny. So if the comedians are laughing, don't do that on stage. No, I promise you. I think for me, at least, like starting in LA, here's what I think. When you start in LA, you learn how to do quick, like showcase sets, 3, 5, 7 minutes. We're good. Then you go on the road. The road teaches you. You like, I got time. Like you get the light. I don't got to get off right now. Like no, you got like 3, 4, 5 more minutes. That's when you have to learn how to grow as a comedian.
Church.
No, because LA comedians, we in and out.
Joke.
Road comedians, you can tell when they come to LA, they stretch out.
Hey guys, this is the relationship.
Maybe your experience.
Dear Tabby.
Byron. Dear Tabby, I have this dilemma. I am a white woman in my 40s with a good job, and I am told that I'm a good catch. Must gotta ask. About 6 months ago, About 6 months ago, I moved in with a man I will call Peter. Started as a roommate situation, but then became friends with benefits, and the sex was amazing. We both agreed, and we are not a couple. The problem is Peter has a friend, Reggie. I like Reggie, and he likes me. We have hung out as a group several times. To the best of my knowledge, Reggie has no idea Peter and I are FWBs. That's friends with benefits,
Right,
guys.
for those young people.
Reggie,
old people.
Reggie recently asked me out to dinner as a date. I can see myself having a real relationship with him, but I don't know how Peter will react. Should I accept the invitation? I mean, it's just one date. Also, should I mention it to Peter? Signed. Friends with benefits at the South Point area.
We're gonna go with you first, Angie.
Okay, so my thoughts on that is, has Peter, like, are they still sleeping with other people too? And this as being roommates, friends with benefits.
You're like me. I think women, we evaluate the whole letter. Like she didn't mention that it doesn't happen every day, or it didn't say
it'd be
that.
Different if her and Peter were exclusively only
just fucking each other.
Because then that is falling into more of a relationship, and it's like, and it really sucks.
And it would disrespect Peter.
Yeah, and it really sucks that that you have chemistry with his friend. How close of friends are they? And I would say you need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart with Peter and talk to him and say, look, this is what's going on. Like, I need to know. It's like, I'm friends with almost every single person I've ever dated, and I realize that if you word it correctly, you can still be friends with them. You can, you know what I mean? It's like I had a boyfriend that we broke up. I got out of the shower one day and I go, hey, we're basically roommates sharing the same bed. And I go, do you want to just move into the spare bedroom? I go, and be roommates. And he goes, I've been trying to think of a way to ask you the same thing. We were roommates for 4 years.
But if you communicate, and it just takes a little bit of communication. Dsean, how would you answer this?
I would tell whatever her name is.
Her name is
FWB
at South Point.
You're smashing. Which one she's smashing?
Peter.
Mm-hmm, but she's thinking about smashing Reggie.
Reggie
sound black.
Just like, walk up to Peter and be like, "Hey,
Reggie's black.
Hey, Peter,
Reggie's black.
Reggie want to take me out. I want to go out with him. I'm gonna go out with him, like, because we have no ties, and we established we're only friends. We just like to bust these together.
Now let me say this. I'm gonna answer. I'm thinking the writer. You don't owe Peter an explanation. If you guys have this understanding that this is just at home,
I was saying because they're friends.
It doesn't matter.
And you live together.
It don't matter.
Because if I'm smashing,
so if I fuck Reggie, you gonna move out?
No,
exactly.
You know how rent is?
Exactly. So Byron.
I mean, she doesn't have to tell Peter. She doesn't owe him anything. The right thing to do.
Common courtesy.
The right thing to do would be to tell both of them. Like, you should tell
at
Reggie.
the same time.
Reggie, whoa. Reggie don't need to know nothing yet.
Peter, but hold on. But if the relationship develops and it grows,
then
I think at some point. But I think if she tells Reggie in the beginning, look, I fucked that dude one time. You ain't got to say 20 times.
Nope.
And what if she
just say one time?
Right, one time.
That's and what if she goes on the date and they realize, like, oh no, there's really not compatibility.
Exactly.
So maybe
that's why she don't need to tell him.
Date first. But again, we need to know, like, are her and Peter only fucking each other, or are they fucking?
She should tell Reggie at some point.
Not at the first.
She should tell Peter. She should tell Peter at first. I mean, there's an option.
She's down for that.
She's probably down for that if the date doesn't work out. But I'm saying, like, if I'm Reggie, if you're living with this dude that you fucking, I want to know about that if I'm going to start dating you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you can catch me May 29th at the Midnight Comedy Cypher Show at Extreme, or you can catch me. I still didn't correct that. Now you know where to catch me live.
Where to catch me live?
Where you birthday weekend?
June 19th, Comedy Alley in Vegas. June 2nd through the 5th, I'll be in Dallas, Texas. And then I'll be back in Dallas August 5th for the Raps reunion show. It's a show I did years ago, and they're having a reunion show.
Nice.
And then August 13th and the 14th, I'll be live. And I say Miami, but it's actually Tampa.
It's cool. Say Miami. Say Miami.
Yeah, so, Byron, where you gonna be next?
March 30th, I'm gonna be at Extreme Comedy Club, doing I think it's the same entertainment, Black 11, but different type of event. But May 30th doing that. June 4th, I'm going to be doing
we're doing a show June 4th.
Yeah, at the Propaganda Art Gallery downtown. June 5th, I'm going to be at the Comedy Alley in Vegas. June 8th, I'm going to be at the Gravy Train Saloon here in Vegas. June 12th, I'm going to be in Palm Springs at Zach Miller's Hemperor Show. June 16th, I'll be at his patio show, and then June 24th, I'll be. I don't think it's at the Artifice. It's somewhere downtown. I'll be doing. I'll be the comedic relief for an improv show. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, you guys want to do a prank call?
And then I'll be in Dallas with Tab in July.
Right, July 2nd through the 5th.
I thought
We'll be there Independence Day.
Yeah.
No, and I just found out my mom will be on tour herself, so you would not see my mom, and I apologize. She's actually going to Atlanta.
First time I met her mom, we got high together.
Yeah, she's actually going to Atlanta. She was like, "You and Byron can't."
Your mama going to the Freaknik?
Yeah. So
what you said she's on tour.
That's what she calls it. she wants to be an entertainer. So yeah, she's going on tour, but she's going. Her and her girlfriends, they travel every other month. They just go different places. So they're going on tour, is what she calls it, because only when she's referring it to me. We're going on tour, so she's going to. Hold on. So my mom is so ghetto, and I love her. She's like, "Bitch, how should I get my hair braided? Like braided, like." You don't want to do one of your little gray wigs? No, and I'm doing some black hair. I was like, black hair? But you have all the hair. Yeah.
If you pull too hard, it might just come out.
Yeah.
You know that's your future.
Yeah, right. You know what? I catch myself in the mirror sometimes looking exactly like my mom. I'm like, where's that was your mom?
Yep.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I love my mom. Hey, can we call somebody? Prank somebody?
Can we prank your cousin?
My cousin?
Oh, my cousin?
I think
Angie's cousin. Angie's cousin. That's what I'm talking about.
Said, girl, I got somebody to prank, but we hadn't talked about it since then.
Oh yeah, I can't prank call her until the check is in my bank.
But that's what you were thinking about before, though, right?
That's what I was
Okay. You got somebody
with that money.
I didn't know. I always gonna say though, never prank call, because I get angry quickly.
Okay.
Hey, Dsean, what? Who you? And I'm the person. I'll start yelling on the phone.
You're perfect for prank calls.
So we can prank call my mom, but Angie's gonna have to do it.
You know what?
I can't be prank called. I hang up.
My sister might actually go for it.
Okay,
Like,
so tell us the
youngest
story.
one.
Is she watching right now?
What's her trigger?
Like my mom is not watching. So.
My sister's not watching right now.
What's her triggers?
She has two sons, my
Ooh.
gorgeous nephews. I got an 8-year-old and a 1-year-old, and you just gotta. She has a lot of triggers. You say anything. My sister, she's a short-tempered person. I am too, so don't disrespect.
I think maybe Angie plays Karen. Maybe you play a Karen and his nephew, like you make up a story about his nephew riding a bike or something.
If you say something like, yo, your son did this, she's going to lose it.
And call him ghetto.
But hold on, let me say. So before we had a show where we called a parent and we said her son was disrespectful. Remember that show? And she come here, Dsean, come in here. And she literally wanted to beat Dsean.
No, she's gonna defend her son.
Okay.
Perfect.
Demian didn't do that. I know this.
Right. But yeah, she so this
that both my sisters would fall for it, but Amber never picked up the phone. She never picked up the phone.
Yeah, my sister won't answer any call. She don't answer.
Andy might pick up the phone
though. I won't say the number out loud. So if you want us to call her, write it down so we're not sharing her information.
Okay.
I don't know.
Some cell phones made us retarded.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go to the ladies' room real quick, guys. Y'all keep talking amongst yourselves so our listeners won't get
Man, first of all, let me say this. I love doing this show.
I know this is so
She's actually calling me right now.
That's perfect.
No, why? You should have called her right back. Hold on. I'm still writing the number down.
She knows you're talking about her.
No, I just text her. I said, pick up the phone, and she's calling me.
Oh.
Wait, let me make sure. That's crazy how you don't know your own family number.
I don't know my brother's phone. I know one of my brother's cell phone numbers.
If we crank call her.
No. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna call her. What I'll do, I'll call her. I'll call her right. Listen.
We could call my remember.
Hey, I just called right now. Like, some lady was complaining about Dsean or something like that, and then she said she was gonna call you, and I'm like, so that's why I gave me your number.
Wait, something about him?
Yeah, that's why I felt. I was like, what?
Well, I don't get it.
I don't either. Hold on, I'm gonna call you right back though. I got to take a vegan, and I'll call you right back.
Okay.
All right. So that's my slang when I gotta take a poop because I don't. I don't like to tell people this. I don't eat meat. Like I'm
So
vegan.
you're gonna take a vegan.
Yeah, so I always tell people I gotta take a vegan.
That's funny.
So she'll pick up now. She's ready. Because my sister's always like yesterday I got a call. I'm at the hotel, I'm in the weight room and I get a call from some number I pick up. Hey, is this whoop-de-whoop? I'm like, nah, it's my sister, but they don't know who I am. Who is this? Why you call it? Oh, we're from whoop-de-whoop cars, rental. Nah, you got the wrong number. Like I don't tell them my sisters. I'm loyal to my, you know what I mean? I'm loyal to a fault. Yeah. Tell me why you calling first before I realize.
I always need to know who you're calling and why you're calling me before I even tell you who I am.
Because I'll be like, yo, they dead. They not here.
Byron Austin, like, who is this?
Every time I say I'm gonna be doing hair in Vegas, like slow on doing hair, there's my phone number. Yeah. Text or message me if you want to book.
So you're gonna call my sister though?
So somebody took my phone number and put it out there that I was looking for insurance. So I've been getting flooded with insurance calls.
That's bullshit.
I'm like, come on, motherfucker.
So who's gonna do the prank call though? You or you?
You do it.
I'll do it. Hey guys, share your social media with our listeners. Whether it's your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, website, Twitter, and YouTube. Starting with you, Mr. Byron.
Byron Austin on Facebook. Byron Charles Austin. Shout out to my parents for that square ass name. It's a good resume friendly name.
Right. That's all you need.
That's all that matters though. And I'm smart too, so it is double. It's cool. Instagram, Byron Charles Austin. Twitter, whatever.
Dsean.
Listen, I don't need a resume. I'm never.
That's the goal.
Mine is Dsean Ross Comedy, but Dsean is spelled D-S-E-A-N, so it's Dsean Ross Comedy, and you should be able to spell Ross or comedy.
Right,
so Dsean Ross Comedy, and that's for YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter.
Hey, Dsean, your real name? You don't have to say yes or no.
Yes, no, I'm Dsean. That's just how it's spelled. Though.
Now you look like you could be one of Diana Ross's sons. I mean, your eyes.
We all have eyes, yeah. And I wish, but I don't have none of that though.
Yeah. You look like a Tracy brother.
I'm ready to be on that screen though.
Right. Angie.
All right. Yeah, you know the spelling. My name is Angie Krum. K, the letter K, everybody. K,
not 3 Ks, just one.
Yes. K-R-U-M. I can't tell you how many times I go Krum with the K and they go, I can't find you. I'm like, did you try with the K? And they're like, oh, here you are.
Even though you said it.
Yeah, there's no B on the end either. So it's Angie Krum, K-R-U-M, on Facebook, at Krum Shots, all one word, on Instagram and Twitter. I don't use Twitter that much, but yeah, you can find me there. And if anybody's on Twitter or Bumble or all that, you can find me there too. Those fuckers seem. Do you get this? They see you on these dating apps, and then they just Google your name, and they find you, and they start messaging you on social media.
I took my last name off.
No. They type in Angie Vegas comedian, and I pop up on Google.
Well, I didn't think about that.
Because YouTube, Facebook,
guys, June 3rd, we have Nakia Lindsay on the show. June 10th, Ralph Tatula. And June 17th, Eric Stinson. We are almost at the end of the show. We're going to wrap up with the prank phone call. Yeah. Then we're going to do the wrap-up show. And then we're going to do a game segment that we always end our show with, where you walk away with $100 food stamps.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the prank call. So now give me the story. So we're going to call Angie.
Her name is Andy.
Andy, okay.
You got to talk about Dsean.
Dsean, I got to write
Dsean, that's my 8-year-old nephew. He is like an old school kid. He's active. He's outside. He plays. So maybe you could say you're a neighbor. Your son's always outside running. He
trampled through your flower bed.
He definitely would do that.
Yeah, or he rode his bike through it.
You know what you say? No, don't say that. He ran through it. He's a runner.
Oh, okay.
He ran through it, kicked for anything running. Like think played.
And just say he's done it more than once. I watched the house he went back to. I know he's your child. Oh, and say that you talked to Dsean because he just talked to her.
I just called your brother. I don't know. Like I ran into your brother.
What do I have to bring? I'm not gonna bring her name unless she said, "How'd you get my number?"
Yeah, but does she know that you're up here right now? Like that's no. Okay.
She lives here in Vegas.
No.
Okay. Where's the city?
Moreno Valley, California.
What street do you guys live on? Or does she live on?
What street? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know the apartment building.
Okay.
No, I'm not even joking. I really don't. I just don't want to get there.
Yeah.
Just
not
like,
to get there.
just say I'm sick and tired of your son kicking my flowers. He's always run. If you keep saying running, she's gonna be like, dang, that's my son. But she's gonna defend her son. But when she gets too like, if she starts being like nice and be like, yeah, your little son, you gotta like, don't be too, because if you go little, she'll go big. Your little son, he thinks he's fast. I'm sick and tired of him, a little stinky, little, like stuff like that. Because
What if she
very
says something
off.
like, if you were a good parent?
Well, I'm gonna piss her off.
Oh, she's gonna get pissed off. She's
What kind of a mother are
I can't
you?
wait to see this.
If you say what kind of mother are you, she might hang up after that. But that's how we're built in this family. We
Right.
get mad and we like to react. Hey, okay, no, where you at though? Where you at? What are you talking about?
Be like, I'm standing outside.
What
Why don't you come
apartment
outside
building?
right now? Where are your flowers? Let's see these flowers.
What apartment number?
Yeah. Oh, please challenge her. She will fight.
Oh yeah.
And say I'm gonna say something like, I'll bring my sisters. We gonna come see you.
It's like matter of fact, apartment number.
Well, I want to see what.
Y'all hear?
Yeah. How am I hearing MC? She's gonna know. I'm standing with the lady right now. Hold on, of course, it's taking a long time to send.
Want me to call back?
Look how long it's taking to load.
Again, June 3rd, Nakia Lindsay, June 10th, Raptor Tula, June 17th, Eric Stinson.
It should be. Once it says delivery.
When you come back, we'll do it. So, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for hanging out with me. This has been fun.
Yes, it has.
This is our second afternoon show. We did one last year during COVID, and we had some people visiting from, was it Dallas? The rapper and the comedian girl. Remember? The rapper, well, I think her name was Queens or something like that.
Yes.
With
Can't forget that.
Akila. And Akila's not doing comedy anymore. She suffered a medical episode and she's not been on stage since. So
Really?
please pray.
That's unfortunate.
Please pray for Akila to be in Dallas.
She just responded to him and said, I'm by the phone.
Okay. What's the number again? Oh, no. Damn, read down and work on it. Hello, may I speak to Andy, please? Miss Andy. Hey, Miss Andy, my name is Patricia, and I live up the street from you, and I got your number from your son, and he tried to give me his uncle's number so he wouldn't get in trouble, but I have had it with Dsean. Can we fix this problem if possible, please? No, ma'am, I am 76 years old. This is not a joke. He's trampled through my yard with his running, his consistent running. I have lilies out there and all types of precious flowers, and I refuse. And I'll admit I grabbed him by his arm. Yes, I did, and I called the authorities. Are you not listening? We live on the same street. In the same apartment building, actually. You say something? Ask Darion about Miss Patricia. Everybody knows me. All the kids in the valley know me. If I can just get you to slow him down and have respect for people, bushes, and flowers. His wrist. It was more like his wrist. It was more like his wrist. Ask him about his wrist. It was his wrist. Oh, what's that? See, I can tell you're an unfit parent. You got the baby crying. I can tell by the baby crying you're an unfit parent. Just learn some type of responsibility and be a parent to the kids. Is all I'm saying, Miss Andy. Well, how about you control your kid? I will report you to the authorities, and I will make sure that CPS take you and all 12 of your kids. I'm sure you got about 12 kids in that little apartment. So you're done? Or are you going to handle the problem? Did she hang up on me?
She
had hung up.
She might have hung up. My other sister, she won't pick up.
Yeah.
There's no way getting her to pick up.
I want you to call my sister.
Okay.
And my brother is being released from prison in a couple of days. And I want you to say that you need $1,000 for the halfway house.
Oh.
I gotta get the number. Guys, I'll call you. I'll come right back. Hold on one second. We gotta get this recorded.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
No, there's no time to pee.
I can just pee myself. Let me go when it finishes.
I forgot. You don't even answer the earpiece. Hello? Oh, you dropping stuff? Hold on, I'm on air right now. Text me.
So you're gonna say that he'll be released, and he promised that her would supply the $1,000 deposit for the halfway house.
Oh, that
almost like a bond.
This your sister?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be over there to pick up this $1,000.
No, she can send it in. She can
Okay.
mail it in, a check, money order, credit card payment. You can give her the website. You're with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Okay.
Whatever name you want to say. They don't have a good relationship. So. So look, you're with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You're going to ask for Shay Wade, and you're going to say this person right here Roderick Smith is being paroled and will be released but he can't be released until the $1,000 for the halfway house rental fees are paid, and that'll cover him for the full 6 months of the rental. You can elaborate after that. So, okay, he's gonna, but it needs to be paid before his release.
Yeah.
So let me go back live again. Okay, so we're live. Okay, so hopefully she's not watching us on Facebook. That's fine. Let me call her. She's gonna know because this number on this phone is a 702 number.
Do what is it? Star
667.
I think it's star 67 that blocks your number.
Yep. I had someone do that to me yesterday. I had their number blocked.
Let's do this.
Oh, no, that's not the number.
Okay, wait. Star 67. What's your wait? That's way off. Star 67. What's your number?
702 241 2707.
Let's see if it comes up blocked. Yep. Star
67.
Let me see the phone number. Oh, I didn't write it down over there. Yeah. Okay, sorry, it's over here.
Shay Wade
Mm-hmm.
and Roderick Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Texas. What part of Texas?
Oh, it don't matter. This is the Texas Department of, hold on. So it's not gonna work. So
I remember when I was a kid for all this. What's it called?
I couldn't block the number.
Caller ID.
Yep. And then the star 69.
Yeah.
Bitch, you gonna say the whole number on air?
That's because we don't answer the phone. We are so. That's what I'm saying. Before caller ID, you keep the phone, bro.
Yeah, you nigga who?
Hello.
Hey guys, let's Ridiculously Funny Comedy Podcast. Let's get these people some money.
I respect people who can answer the phones like, hey, this is David. It's like,
Oh, I pick up. If this phone rings,
it's got
You
bills
said it's
paid.
Dsean?
nope. I just say hello.
Right. Those people who say, hey, this is Karen.
No.
Like,
hello.
bitch, why is you telling me who you
That's
are?
a
Pick the
flex.
John, who is it?
That's a flex. That means you ain't got no bills. You, ain't
Who
got,
is
you
it?
don't
It's
owe
not about
nobody.
bills. Who am I agreeing to talk to though?
Yeah.
Oh, this is whoopie whoop from. Yeah, I did it. I ain't paying you.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, this is North. I had got some medical bills in Chicago. This is Northwestern University. When you gonna pay it? I'm not. No, I didn't do it to myself. So
Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is the game we're playing. We're gonna play movie trivia. So we're gonna give you 2 actors or 2 movies. You have to either guess the name of an actor from that movie or guess the movie that this actor has played in.
Okay.
Now,
it's white. If it's not white,
hold on, let me say this. Now, the good thing is we have a black audience member and a white audience member. I mean, a white guest and a black guest. So they will be your call-in. So you can call into him for one of the 2. Now, there is 2 questions per person.
Okay.
So that's 4 artists or 4 movies you have to guess. And the winner of all 4, even if you got assistance with one of them, you walk away with a crispy new
$100 bill.
Thank you.
$100 bill.
Okay, so we're
All
going
these black movies.
Y'all hear that chef?
Well, and I haven't really watched movies since like the 80s and 90s.
These some of them are 80s and
This is
90s.
That's
perfect.
what I was gonna say too. If they're really new, I'm like,
How old are you?
in real life,
Yes.
I'm 40.
How old are you on
42,
stage?
So
Okay,
I never
so you grab 2 cards, you pick your 2, because you're picking your own destiny. Lay it face down, keep it down. One more. Angie?
I'm gonna close my eyes. Let's see. Let's go for this one, and we're gonna go all the way over here. Okay.
Okay, so you guys pick your own deck. Can I get the cards, please?
Oh yeah.
Now, Byron he could also be a caller friend, and he can Google one of the 2 answers from the card.
Okay.
The way I work is I give one right answer, one wrong answer.
So I can actually call somebody I
Mm-hmm.
know. Okay.
Or you can go with the person sitting next to you.
Or you can take the 50-50 on
I
me.
got you. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So the first question is for you, sir.
Okay.
You pick this card,
Okay.
and the name of the movie is Lincoln. Who starred in
didn't pick
Lincoln? You really did. Who picked Lincoln?
What does he? Can she
You can
lie to-
negotiate. Just whisper amongst each other.
Can she lie to me though?
She could.
She can. But everybody that's done it has been honest with each other because they all want everybody to win.
Except me, I'll lie.
Okay.
I hope she said Jeff Bridges.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, that's true.
Hey!
Okay.
I'm definitely telling you the truth.
Now the next movie is The Birds. Who starred in The Birds?
Which version?
Either one, because they didn't give us a version. So
That's a trick question. I don't like
you want
that
to Google it for him?
one. I don't know. I don't even know this one.
The Birds, like
It was a Hitchcock film, right?
It was a Hitchcock
way
film.
back in the day.
Back in the day. So if you're watching, can you help
Can
him
I
with
Google
the
it?
winning- You can. I'm not watching.
Really?
The Birds, the movie The Birds.
I don't know. Fucking Cary Grant, Robert Redford.
You matter. I'm not giving you answers because it's the money out of my pocket. I don't want to give them my money.
I feel you. I feel you.
The Birds. We're waiting for them to give the answer to The Birds. It's like a real show.
1963.
Ooh.
Okay.
Pierce
Who was
Brosnan.
the star?
Cary Grant.
Well, I mean, Rod Taylor
Rod
and
Taylor.
Jessica Tandy.
Jessica Tandy. Okay, because that's what I was looking for. Okay.
He came up first.
Whom in the fuck
So this
is
next
Jessica
one
Tandy?
is for Angie.
Okay.
Who was a star in the movie Hook?
One of them,
Any of them?
Robin Williams.
Robin
Yes.
Williams. The next movie is who was the voice in the movie Ice Age?
I don't know that one.
I got that.
Okay.
Think about it. Hold on.
Let me think.
Oh, I'm gonna take a guess on this one. Jason Segel.
John Leguizamo.
I don't see his name, but we'll
Ray Romano.
okay, right.
I didn't hear that.
This one is hard. Okay, guys, this is for you.
Okay.
No Googling.
Black Swan.
Oh,
Oh,
I know it.
Natalie Portman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Pocahontas.
John Smith.
Wasn't it just Pocahontas?
Yeah, I was a.
She was by. It was like what was that movie that Tom Cruise played in where he was just by himself? There were no other actors but
Castaway.
Castaway. So no, this is not that
It's
movie.
him in the Wilson volleyball.
Pocahontas. Pocahontas. I said
Pocahontas.
Mel Gibson. He was one of the voices. He was John Smith's voice.
Brad Pitt.
He was the biggest name in that.
Okay, we'll go with that because
He was.
Are we talking the
Finally.
Disney movie? Or, I don't know.
In the cartoon
These are the
Pocahontas.
last two for you, Angie Krum.
Okay.
Halloween.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
You don't know who started in Halloween?
It was oh my god, why am I drawing a blank on her name?
I know, because she trading places, showing titties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
She got 3 names.
Yes, it's right there. I can see her face.
She showed her titties in.
Yes, no,
Training
she's
Day.
been in a ton of fucking movies.
A lot of them. True
Jamie Lee
Lies.
Curtis?
Yes.
Jamie Lee
Okay,
Curtis, okay.
yes.
The Hunger Games. This is Angie. If you need help, if you know the answers, you can help her out.
Oh no, what's his name was in it?
The main
she's a little
stars,
white girl.
Jennifer
Wait.
Lawrence.
Anybody?
Anybody in the movie?
Jennifer Lawrence.
well, she's the
Lenny
star.
Kravitz
Woody
was in
Harrelson.
it. Woody Harrelson was in it.
Elizabeth.
Boom.
Oh,
Woody
yeah.
Harrelson was in
Yeah.
it. You're good. You won. I
Right.
know Woody Harrelson was in it.
You help
I know
them,
that from
and we
White
have
Man
to,
Can't Jump.
tonight we have to give away $200.
$200.
Come on, teammate.
Yes, yes.
You guys want to go drinking afterwards?
Now, so what happens
Yeah,
is we autograph
Yes.
the money so that you will be able to take it away and use it or salvage it because we're going to be stars one day,
Yep.
and you'll be able.
Whoa. You're gonna what?
We're gonna sign the money.
No. You said I heard that all the way wrong. You said something.
Yeah, you sell. Don't spend it.
So you
Save it.
said no. You said we're gonna sign it because
One day we're going to be stars.
yeah, we are stars. That's what I heard. That's what you
Okay.
meant.
We are stars. Okay,
There
right,
you
right.
go.
Thank
I can go with that.
Thank you for putting it in the universe like that. We didn't look at it that way.
I don't do no negativity.
I was just looking at the value of the autograph at this point.
Manifest that destiny.
You definitely stars. We gotta get more people to.
Right.
You stars.
And as always, I like the sound of the white guy's signatures on the battlefield.
Look at this room. Come on, man. No, that's one. You know, honestly, in real life, that's one thing I don't play about. I
Right.
never do that.
What's that?
Belittling your successes.
Oh, well, you know what? I didn't look at it
talent.
that way, but then
I
thank you
know.
for sharing that.
My
with me.
man, my man.
So if you say,
so
"Oh,
Angie,
if someone walked in here and goes,
Thank
"Hey,
you,
what's
Byron.
new with your little
Yes.
podcast?" I would
Oh,
immediately be like,
Oh,
"What?
I'm offended by that. Like,
Nothing.
how's your little podcast going?
How your little show?"
Or my
I-
mom is, how your little comedy going?
I'll
Click.
stop that.
I will hang, and I love my mama. Like if she comes
Nothing
to a
you're
show,
doing is little.
I don't even curse while she's in the audience. But if she comes to my show, like, how's your little comedy going? Click. Ain't up in that
Nothing you
bitch
do is
face. Like,
little.
bitch, fuck you, and whatever's going on.
Nothing you do is little. I don't care how. I don't care if it's 5 people. It's still not little. You 5 people. You affected in a good way. Like no, it's not little. Nothing's little.
I just recently read a quote that said something about you'd be surprised how your journey is inspiring other people. So don't quit.
You never. This is what I was hoping you guys asked. One of the best compliments I ever got in life. I was in Japan doing. It was a segment called "Beating the Blues" for the troops. This girl comes up. She's crying. Oh my gosh, you guys were so funny. She said, I was going to kill myself today.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
what? I was like 28 years old. She goes, oh my God, yeah. A lot of my friends went to Iraq. This is when the war was going on. They didn't make it back. I was going to kill myself. She said, my roommate made me come. She said, I was like, all right, I'm going to go. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to go after the show. I'm done. She said, the laughs that you guys did made me give me the strength to live another day. When I tell you, I turned off immediately and like the throat, it was there. I was about to cry because I was like, yo, I never thought of comedy like that. And that's another day when I was like, yo, you know what? We can't play with this. You don't know who that's why I said nothing's little. You are a star. You are you have your lane right now. Like,
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because there are a lot of times when I hear other comedians bad mouthing other comedians, and I'm one of those people to intervene and like, no, bro, you don't know what that person's going through, whether he had a bad set or a trauma as a kid. If you can't tell him and discuss this in his face, don't say it.
You don't know if they went through before they went on stage.
Exactly.
Like, I got a call before I went on stage that night. I was like, that could have ruined the whole night.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
But I blocked it all out. So I'm just saying, what you're doing is not little. I don't care if one person's on your live today, tomorrow is going to be 1,000. You're famous now. You just got to get more people on it. But nah, don't. I never let people littleize it. You're too
so
you're too skilled.
I don't have to sleep with anybody to be famous.
You're already there. I mean, if you want to for fun, then yeah, go ahead.
Just the fact that we have the balls to get on the stage and we're making a living out of this. It's like people
Success.
build up to that. I mean, was it Jerry Seinfeld said that people giving a eulogy at a funeral would rather be the person in the coffin? They're so terrified of public speaking.
Yeah. So just
but you know what? I'm one of those people who go to funerals where often I know the person or I don't know the person. I'm still getting up there to speak.
Me too.
As if I knew the person.
But
I'm sharing
it's almost
comedy
like people
skit.
expected of you.
Yeah.
But that helped. When my grandmother passed, Dsean's gonna. They said this. Dsean's gonna speak last. They didn't ask me. They knew he's gonna speak last because
You were
after
the
everybody
headliner.
makes us cry,
Yeah.
you're gonna at least give real memories, but you're gonna make us feel better.
Yeah.
Like, that's what everybody always wants. That's why we come to comedy shows. I went when my cousin died that night. I got a text. First of all, who texts about death?
About
That's
death,
stupid.
yes,
Don't
that's
text
fucking
me.
retarded.
But I went to the Laugh Factory just to laugh. I didn't want to get up. I just went to go laugh. I ended up getting up and I told about the story. You never know. Like I said, you're not anybody. You all of us. People listening, don't minimize what you do though. Like everything is big. It really is.
I lost my nephew to murder at 8. He was 21 and he had just had a baby. He was with a girlfriend that his mom, my sister, didn't like at the time. And that night I went on stage and I shared the comedy. And the first thing I thought was, and my first joke that came to my head was, niggas would do anything to get out of child support. Like
Oh my God.
my nephew
Yes,
was
it's
murdered.
wrong, but it's funny.
It was funny as fuck. And somehow that footage was released to my sister and his dad, and they actually laughed because they know that he didn't run. He embraced the father job, the fatherhood, and he was ready to do it.
But it was just something I like.
Yeah.
Well, when
for
there's
yourself.
tragedy and tears, it's like you do want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to move on a little
When
bit.
my grandma was laying in ICU dying, and we took off the machines and we're just waiting for her to take her final breaths, we were so delirious and tired. We're laying in the hallway of ICU, me and my sisters and my cousins, and we came up with, like, at the time, some kid was playing in the water in Florida and he got his arm bitten off by a fucking shark. But his uncle was fishing right next to him with chum in the water. So we turned it into this whole big, I mean, we were laughing so hard we were crying. And my grandfather's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Your grandmother's dying. And we're like,
Yeah.
Because we've been crying for days.
Yeah.
Can't cry no more.
Cried out.
We can't fucking cry anymore. Yeah.
When my grandfather died, was dying, he came out the bathroom and fell on my little cousin and my other cousin, right? And they grew up with him. They were like little. He fell on them, and I run over there because we called him Pappy. Pappy, are you okay? He goes, just know I got a big dick on the leg. Who knows the cities as you're dying?
Yeah.
So when I have to speak at history, I'm like, I gotta save this.
That was the
And my cousins all got it. My aunts.
Well, there will always be people in the audience at a funeral or eulogy where they don't get it.
But it was my truth, though.
Right.
I'm going to tell my grandpa.
Yeah.
His daughters, except for my mom, are like, I can't believe you said that about my father. I can't believe he said that to his grandson. No.
Right.
Yeah.
He said that. I'm like, that was one of his last words. I was like,
I remember when my grandfather.
terrible, Papa.
I remember my grandfather was dying, and he was diagnosed with lung cancer, and the hospice people came in. And at the point, this was the point where he didn't have control of his bowels and stuff. So we were all appointed to help and switch out and help change him. Now, he didn't mind nobody else changing him, but when it was time for me to change him, he knew that my conversation was always about big dicks. so now, keep in mind, he's ill and he's sick. The whole time I'm trying to change him, he is locked in on his diaper. Like, bitch, you are not gonna see my wee-wee. Like, bitch, I don't care how much cancer I have, you are not about to see this dick. And I'm struggling out, and I called my aunt. I said, Vera, can you just help me? She was like,
strong.
yeah. So she gets in front of me, she pulls down with this is his daughter. And she lets him do. I was like, wait a minute. You let her, you wouldn't let me? He's like, you ain't seeing this dick. Like,
You're my granddaughter.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
more than
but he knew that I had a mouth and I had an imagination, and he knew that I was perverted. So
I don't care. I don't see you. You know.
you know who to touch him. Yeah.
All knew. He was like, nah, I never seen this.
So my grandma Krum is the only living grandparent I have left, and I think because she's so mean is why she's still alive. And so the story, like, it's going to be so awesome. Well, I shouldn't even say it like that, but it's like the stories at her funeral from everybody, because the shit that comes out of my grandma's mouth, and I hope none of my relatives are listening to this. Like, perfect example. My grandpa died when she was like 50, and it was like her new lease on life because she didn't have an abusive husband anymore. The kids were all grown, right? And so she's going out being a single girl, right? For the first time. She'd been married since she was 17.
And
She
how
calls
old was she?
She was 50
hoe.
or 55 when my grandpa died. So yeah, she's going out on the town, whatever. So she calls one of my aunts one day and she was just like, hey, do you remember so-and-so? And my aunt's like, yeah, Mom, that was my prom date and he was an asshole. And my grandma goes, oh, well, I fucked him last night. She goes, he fucked me right off the bed. And then my grandma looks at me and she goes, don't you tell that on stage, Angela.
Those stories, those moments are moments that we embrace. And I some stuff I won't say on stage, but I want to.
But it helps you though too. This is our therapy.
Yeah.
It's our free paid therapy. Like we get paid to heal ourselves.
Exactly.
So when I see comedians are so hurt, no, I'm not hurt. I'm telling my hurt. I've gotten over it to the fact that I can tell it.
Yeah.
I'm able to talk about all my stuff.
I can fuck with it.
My older sister a few years ago, and I actually tell this on stage. I'm like, you guys, I got a phone call with my older sister died today. And they're like, what? I was like, and then we find out 2 hours later that she was still alive. She faked her own fucking death. So you bet your fucking ass I talk about that on stage. Oh yeah, I talk about it on stage, and she like watches me on YouTube. She's like, I can't believe you're talking about that. I was like, I can't believe
you faked it. I can't believe you did that.
You have a fucking doctorate degree in psychology, you crazy bitch.
You're a horrible actress. If you can't really die,
the easiest thing to do is to kill yourself.
December 14th is the anniversary of my sister's death.
I love it. Does she show up?
That's I know,
right? It's you. What are you talking about? No, I do. I told someone the other day, I said, yo, once you heal, you're able to talk about it. And like I said, use it as therapy. And just think about it, you're gonna get paid to tell your truth.
You don't pay to go to therapy in this case.
Nope. I have all these different therapists.
Well, and aside from stuff happening to us, I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you keep life interesting, the jokes write themselves.
They really do.
It really fucking does. It's like
I've been blessed with the creativity of writing, and I just have a friend who
and I think you hold back.
Who chimed in, and her grandma died. Lisa, you can come in. I'm gonna call you on camera. Her grandma died, and me and her grandma, we would go to dinner every Sunday, and her grandma loved the battered shrimp from Red Lobster, and she would hold on. She would so at the funeral, and I'm reading the obituary, and I'm like, they didn't include me. Like I felt like I was a part of this family. Yeah, like I mean, shit, we did dinner together. So when it's time for the remarks or whatever the speeches, whatever, I went up there and I made this big scene about my name not being included in the obituary.
Well, that's just selfish, Tab.
Yeah, it was, but it was funny as fuck.
I will say this, like we was talking the other night outside of the show, me and Tab, and she has so many. So I'm not gonna say it's not my story, but she has so much stuff that she hasn't tapped into yet. Like,
yeah,
man, I don't think y'all understand when she does, or if she ever does. Man,
well, I've been telling
you gonna
one of the funniest.
You probably know way more than me. Like, I just heard this much.
Right,
Lisa,
how are you? Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. So I was sharing the story about when your grandma passed and the funeral, and we were talking about being comical in times where you shouldn't be comical, but it's also needed when you're comical. Now, do you remember that?
Right. That's some bullshit. Girl, remember when your grandma died?
You hear about it? Okay, so
we trying to see you.
Okay, tell us. Sorry.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Lisa?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Start over. I'm sorry.
Okay, so she at the remarks section, so she felt like, she was supposed to be in the remarks, and so we didn't put her in the remarks.
Yeah.
So we didn't put her in the program. So she got up at the remarks section, and so when she got up or whatever, she said, I was looking at the program, and I didn't see my name on program. She said, I didn't see my name on program, and she was looking flipping it. You know, she kept flipping it. Like she was just really looking for her name and stuff. And so, you know, at this point, we've already had 2 singers, and the singers have really just turned it out. So they really, you know, did their thing. And so she said, you know, I was gonna sing, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. And so, so she had, you know, gave her talk or whatever. But when we made it to the grave site, she had tapped me on my shoulder, and so she said, "I would like to sing for you the song that I was gonna do in the church." So I said, "What's my you know, whose song you were gonna sing?" So she said,
So she didn't introduce, she just started singing?
No, this is how she gave it to me. This is exactly how she gave it. She said, you ladies and your man at home.
Oh my gosh.
You was not going to sing it at my grandmother's funeral.
That's funny.
I needed that because me and my grandmother was so close.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest. I mean, that was like the hardest thing because I don't smoke and I don't drink. But that day I felt like, oh, they're going to have to do something to get me through this situation. And I literally needed that. Because it was right, we were approaching when we finna go view her, you know, and that's when
that's the worst.
That's when it's gonna get real crazy. So I needed that to get me through. But yeah, she, you know, even when her grandfather died, I mean, she was the same way. It was like, girl, do you ever know when not to be I mean, you just always inappropriate. She did the same thing, you know, when her grandfather died.
We don't know what's inappropriate.
There is no inappropriate.
Can you imagine if you would have put her in the program, been like, she's gonna get up and sing now, and she gets up and sings that fucking song.
Oh, you ladies and gentlemen, right?
It's no like wind beneath my wings or anything like that.
Like when my cousin died, my youngest sister, she cries because the wind blows. So she goes, I want to give a speech. We're looking at her like, you? It's gonna take 8 days because you cry. So I'm gonna get up there with her, you know, I do the arm thing, the big brother thing, and she starts to cry, and I whisper in her ear. And I came back, and everybody's like, yo, what'd you say to her? Honestly, I took a line from Kevin Hart's special. I said, you ready to go night-night, nigga? Everybody go night-night. And she laughed and gave her speech. So no one heard that, though. They said, oh, what did you say to her? It was so...
I gave her some inspiration.
I said, the only way I know to beat sadness is with happiness. And I knew she loved that line.
Yes.
So I literally was like, you gotta go night-night? Everybody go night-night.
And I think for her, I'm almost certain that's got to be a way that she combats sadness. I mean, it's got to be a way because it's never been a situation like, you know, really, like when her grandfather died, I just knew for sure, you know, because I'm sure that she's not going to do that because it was in the house. And so I go to the house and I mean, she's cracking jokes while he's right there. And I was like, damn. I mean, you know, we wait for the coroners to come pick him up. And I'm like, girl, do you just have a moment? I think when her brother died, it was like, I was like, do you ever have a moment where you just do not? If anybody so close to you.
We can't do that in front of other people.
And can I say I love you, Nell?
I know. I keep staring on their view.
I don't know if you're doing it on purpose, but you keep doing this a lot.
That's what she is.
Tab.
I think with comedy or with me, it has always been a healing. But even before I actually started doing stand up,
yes,
it was still moments where it was comical. It was just I never had really I don't think I've really had any serious moments like because I turned everything that hurt me and that was sad to me into
I can cry and still make it, talk about it. So like, I used to tell my mom before comedy, way before comedy, I used to say, I love being able to make people, this was before, like I said, just talking friends. I said, I love being able to make people laugh. She said, why? I said, because if they're laughing, they can't be sad.
Yeah,
that was always my mentality. Yeah. So even if you say, hey, Dsean, whoop-de-whoop pass, I'm going to cry. Like I'm not one of the men. I don't cry. No, I leak. And the older I get, I don't know what it is.
Did you say you skeet?
Leak.
Oh, leak. Okay.
I do skeet. I leak. I cry. I'll cry over commercials now. I'm like, what is wrong with that?
Oh,
I'm at that age.
I can make fun of it, but I cry over. I've seen
if I'm by myself, if someone's in the room.
Oh yeah, if I'm by myself.
Why is this? This is
like I got
before I came here.
Yeah.
I was watching ESPN. I'm like, why? It wasn't a sad story though. It was a gymnast. She had no arm, no legs. She had arms, no legs.
And she was a gymnast?
Gymnast. Her favorite gymnast.
She did the long jump.
Her favorite gymnast though was her sister. So what happened was when she was born, her father, Russian dude, was like, nope, leave her here, because this is back in the 80s. Yeah. So he's very male dominant. They left the little girl. So she got adopted by a family. He ended up having 3 more daughters who did gymnastics. She ended up just liking gymnastics, watching TV, idolized.
Not knowing that these were her sisters.
Two of them was her older sisters. Mm-hmm. One was her younger sister. The adopted mother went and she's like, I remember this name. Did the research. That's their actual sisters. So she reached out to them. It was a huge, I'm sitting there watching like, why would he leave her? It's his daughter. I was I'm like, I don't know these girls.
Yeah.
It was the dad, but he ended up passing away. He was such a dick. The girls even said we hated doing gymnastics. The other ones that lived with him, the gymnasts, but we had to be good, otherwise we were gonna get beat. And they were great. They were great at it. They weren't no Simone.
So let me share just a little bit of history with y'all about Lisa, who's on
anything you can do. We can do.
Lisa is a singer and an actress, a writer. She's amazing. We actually did a tour together where we were with the circus. And Lisa, do you remember when we were on the bus and the bus ran out of gas? And I think we were in Cleveland. And the driver called his mom and was like, I ran out of gas again. Like what? Like we're on a tour. We're on like a Greyhound bus.
You're known for running out of gas.
Yeah, yeah.
You got performers, but you just gonna not go to the gas.
Exactly.
At that point, I wanted to get paid.
Yeah, we had already received our money, but it was just Now we got a pitch in on gas. Like
I know I just gave you this money, but we need to get $30 back for gas.
Right. Like, can we get $48 on pump 5? Like
diesel.
Yeah. But the killer part is when he pulled over and we were big girls. It was myself, Lisa, and Ruby. We pulled over to the side, and he pulled over to the part where this was a tour bus, and the doors opened outward, and we couldn't get out. We literally had to squeeze our fat asses out of that bus for somebody to pick us up and take us to the tent so we could perform. Yeah.
Listen, get it together, man.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got no money. Stop calling us.
Yeah, man. Just get the money. Just
Are you trying to nickel and dime us? And the thing is, we say, hey, this is our set rate. Then you know what they do? They go out and find somebody else that's going to give them a lesser
they want a free show, and you're going to get.
Oh no! What I've run into the ones who say, okay, well I can pay you that. Okay, that's cool. And then when the show starts, I can only pay you this because the tickets didn't do that well. We didn't have that many sales.
I had that happen last week. You know what? I got paid $5.
Are you serious?
Like, are you
and you accepted it?
Oh no!
I know. I didn't know that until after, because he folded it up and handed it to me. He's like, they weren't really.
Oh, you know, you're offended.
I thought that was $100.
So I didn't, the next day I go in my purse and I was like, really? I got paid $5.
When you hand it to me in a handshake or an envelope,
I'm
this guy. I open it right here in front of you. Look, no, we're gonna count this together because if it's not all there, if I leave, you're gonna go, I did something. No, we count this in our faces together.
Well, lately it's been more like practice after COVID, getting back to the level that we're used to being at and taking it to the, So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. But it's like here in the next month or so, it's like, because everything's going back to normal. It's like, I'm not going to put up with that shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's like another thing too, like a question that you asked him earlier, Byron, something about, and you said something about the scene and you said entertainment and social media. Mm-hmm. The thing that drives me crazy is how women are treated. I can't tell you how many shows I've done. And then I ask my friends, I go, hey, what did you get paid for that show? And let's say they got paid $200. Just so same show, same time slot, everything like that. And I'm like, oh really? I got paid half of that.
So let me say
got
this.
worse
So
than that.
I'm one of those. I'm don't invite me to do your show and not question what I value myself at. So when I start asking questions like how many seats, what are the ticket price? Because I'm not just gonna throw a price
And
out
that's
there.
what I tell
I
everybody.
need to there are a list of questions I need to understand because I didn't know what you making.
Exactly.
Any young comedian that asks me, I always say, ask the number of seats,
Mhm.
ask the pre-sale,
Mhm.
ask the door sales.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then you come up with a price. So we're in LA. I told you before I was dealing with a comedian. So we were doing an LA show, and the dude made her pay. He goes, "Oh, it's gonna cost this much to perform." She paid. I said, "Oh, I'm not paying." She said, "It's gonna." I said, "I guarantee you, I'm not paying."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not pay, and I got paid to perform. That was the first time she said, "Oh, maybe he knows what he's talking about." Then she finally started to listen, because sometimes when y'all deal with us, you don't want to listen to us.
Yeah, they don't ever want to listen to us. Not the veterans. Anyway.
Yeah, but then she was like, "Oh snap!" Because we was a couple. I was like, "I told you. Why would you pay to entertain his audience who paid to see you?" And I got paid. I was like, "No," and I'm not taking you out on this money because you didn't listen to me. I told you not to pay this money. So after that, now she started doing how many people. There's a process. Like,
there's the whole process.
or when they hit you with the, "Oh, we can feed you." No, pay me.
No. I can eat. I can food stamps.
Yeah,
So like
I can feed myself.
yeah, I'm gonna eat regardless.
I can feed myself.
I love
Yeah,
when
I can feed myself for 50 cents on a soup.
Yeah.
And when you do the church shows, but do it for the Lord. But the Lord, these
Yeah,
lights do stay on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need to get that blessing again.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Do it for the Lord. Give me 10% of what y'all made.
What you
Yeah.
say, Lisa?
Oh, I started there, and that's why the first pastor told me. He said, "Don't let the." He said, "Pastors will try to get you with the Lord," and that ever since then, no.
Now Lisa is the music director at the church, and when I first saw her, when I first saw that she was getting paid to just direct, I'm like, I want to be in the choir because the choir got to be making some money too. And she kicked me out of her choir. Yeah,
I can see that.
What?
That's funny. Yep. She was the
yeah.
No singles in it.
Yes.
No solos, and she still
Yeah. You would have thought it was a solo.
Don't come back no more. That's funny. Woo! She said, woo! You're a woo.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Hey, man, that's what you gotta do. Uh-oh. Break it
Hold
up.
on. Hold on, Lisa.
Slap the phone.
I'm trying to fit me and Beyonce. It's trying to figure out.
Oh yeah, we was at the circus. Yeah.
Hiding over there for Michelle.
Because I was Michelle in the group. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the kids was like, "Can I get your autograph, Michelle? Oh, yeah. Michelle, we love you!" And I'm over there giving autographs. And Kelly, because Lisa was Kelly, and we had. It was.
So eventually, we decide. You got on your property.
No, we got you. Go ahead.
Oh, you got to go pee.
You gotta pee.
Terribly.
He said no. He said turdly.
Terribly. He's over here drinking his vodka sodas. And I don't want to cut the story off, but I got to go. I'm about to explode.
Hair toss. It was a hair toss. It was an extra kick. Yeah, it was.
chilling for nobody. Why is they hollering? It's going on that side of the space.
So we did like 2 or 3 shows a day. So that was probably the first show that they actually caught on to it. So like maybe the second show, then it became like a competition between all 3 of us. Like, bitch, and we had choreographers who did our routines, and we were supposed to follow those routines. But I would do an extra kick or extra twirl or swing my hair because I was fabulous, and I needed my name out there.
I feel you.
What this shit is. This is last time you do an extra something. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been a star a long time. So it just didn't start with the comedy. Did you wash your hands? If not, here goes some sanitizer.
No, I only use soap.
You don't use soap? Your stuff is clean?
No, I only
check it out.
use soap and water.
Give it up to my friend George Matthews that's listening. He's in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just took a picture. Yeah, he took a picture. He's got a little CDs. Like, give me a shout out, George. Hopefully, I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you in August, if not September.
You're going to the UK?
I'm hopefully Stephen Briggs and I submitted for the Fringe Festival in Scotland.
Okay.
And so hopefully we're going to that, and so I'll be able to run into him. If not, he's going to come out here and visit in September.
Okay.
We met in Ibiza like 5 years ago.
Now, have you traveled abroad?
Yes, I've been to Japan twice. I've been to the Middle East once, which I'll go to the Middle East. I will never go to a war zone again, though.
Okay. Well, that's smart.
Yeah, I can't do that. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was the scariest thing in my life ever.
I went to Ireland, but we didn't go to Belfast for that reason. I mean, and that was like 20 years ago, but still.
Yeah.
So I think, Byron, it's safe to say that you're the youngest person in the room. And I'm probably the oldest person in the room.
I mean, probably, yeah. And yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. I was just making light of who was the oldest and who was youngest. I'm 51, and I remember when I was 30 for years. Like even when I was 49, I was still 30. Shit. And then I was like, you know what? I got to let the people know that, because I mean, when I turned 50, I felt like I was so fucking fabulous that I needed the word, and people were shocked, like, "Oh my God, you're 50?" I was like,
"Yeah, you sure sound look your age.
Did you know?
Like no wrinkles on your face."
Kurt and Jenny had all said that,
yeah,
and none of y'all look like it. So I was like,
so I mean, you know what? I think I'm doing something right. Like, I mean, I'm buying like the right food stamps and
drinking the right children's
right,
blood.
sucking the right young guys. Like that's what it is. The young protein from. The young man, like it works. So if you need some type of regimen for looking your age, then get you a 27-year-old with stamina. It works.
I just heard a joke about that.
Share it.
Well, it's a two-parter. I was like, I think if we fuck somebody that we have a huge age difference with, we should call it time traveling.
It should be. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then, but I mean, it's brand new. I've only tested. I think I've told it once. And then the other one, actually, George, that I just called out. I think I told him, I wrote this about him. So he's 14 years younger than me. And somebody's like, "Oh, what's the deal with him?" I was like, "Oh, wait a second. No, he just had a birthday. He's 13 years younger than me." I said, "So I have to wait till I turn 43 to fuck him." Just to keep that age distance.
I read something the other day where if you fuck someone who's younger than you, not necessarily does it make you a cougar. Sometimes it can make you, what was the word?
A predator.
A predator.
A saber-toothed tiger.
No, but we are around our age and younger so much in this business that you don't feel how your friends feel being the same age
I'm-
or older.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause so
mid
many
30s.
people
I
are-
feel young sometimes. Sometimes I feel old. Just kind of depends on which.
So, but what
vibe I'm going
frequents
with.
your penis? Does it attract more younger
Did you just
women?
say what frequents your penis?
I a lot of
What
younger
kind of
chicks hit on
visitors
me,
does
like
your penis get?
20s, like in
Early
their 20s hit
30s,
on me.
early 30s, older 20s. That's kind of
Oh,
what
no.
I.
That's I get like the mid to late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, I get
I
mid
just want to
20s.
fuck a 23-year-old. I haven't fucked a 23-year-old since I was like 27. And I just want to fuck a 23-year-old again. It's something about fucking a 23-year-old.
What's funny, so my boy,
It's the
same
fountain of
age,
youth.
Yeah,
met
it
a
is.
chick.
It's ambrosia.
he likes, he met a chick that, yeah, she's like 38.
That was
Because now-
old, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, your chick could be the mother of the chicks that I meet, because all the chicks I meet are literally like 23 to 29.
Yeah.
30s and they're like, nah, but they want, I don't know what they want, but
I fucked a 37-year-old a couple of days ago, and the first day it was some amazing sex. Like, he gave me everything that I needed in life. Like, he
Yeah.
packed the luggage and
but what happened at
yeah. The second night, it was horrible.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was just the suspense of the first night, but that second night, and we haven't really talked since then. So like we'll text, I'll text good morning. That's it, because I still want that line of communication. Because I don't want to think that I'm just.
What'd y'all do
I
the
was
second night? Did he
Yeah,
drink?
like,
Did he
what was so
smoke?
bad?
Did he, like,
I
I
don't know.
have had a
I
case
don't
of
know if my wig came up while we were asleep. I still don't know why it changed, but the sex was horrible.
You
Like,
have a day
but
3
no, but the first night it was amazing. He did everything I needed him to do without me telling him to do it.
Well, maybe day 2 is just a different.
You know what it was? He started catching feelings.
No,
You know what? I
was
will say that because his text messages changed.
Yes, he started catching feelings.
That could be it.
And that's what it was. He was
Makes you-
so nervous. That's
it makes
exactly what it was.
It makes your dick smaller when you catch feelings.
That's why I carry Viagra on me. If you guys need any, I shouldn't have one now, but if you guys need Viagra or something.
I don't know. I mean, and I like
I've never
him.
tried it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it would. I would be the guy in the commercials. Like, if your dick is hard for more than 4 hours, like that would be me.
Well, it's good for if you've had too much to drink, but you want to fuck and it's not working.
Well, he wasn't a drinker.
If I drink a lot, I heard of whiskey dick. I ain't not that
This
guy.
is whiskey dick guy right here.
Oh no, if I
But it
drink
happened once. Shut
I'm
up.
all
Yeah,
night
see, now
long.
whiskey works both ways.
never should have
It
told
doesn't
that
go
story.
down or it doesn't come up.
Yeah, mine does not go.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
Does it go
like,
down?
yeah, I'll be like,
Well,
this
see,
is
I've had that
happening.
too.
Your whiskey dick stays up?
Yes.
That's
There
not
is that
whiskey dick.
version of whiskey dick too. Like,
That's,
you
I'll
cannot
tell
come.
the girl, I'll go listen.
You're not going to
Just
come.
come. Don't worry about me
love
tonight. I know I can feel it from the beginning. Like, oh, it's not.
Oh, and I know it, and I know at that point it's like, look, I'm gonna roll you over at about 4 a.m. and I'm gonna fuck you good.
I'm gonna, yeah. When I wake
I'm
back
gonna really
up, though,
fuck you, but
I'm gonna do it again.
this first one is just for you, for me to get to sleep. I'm probably gonna go jack off actually, so I can get this nut off real quick. And then I'm gonna fuck you really good 4 hours later.
I had a guy that we started fucking at probably 3 in the morning, and by 7 a.m. because it was so good. So fuck. I mean, he's probably some of the best sex I've ever had. And I was like, dude, it's 7 a.m. I need to go to sleep. I was like, we just need to pass out. And he was just like, well, go ahead and fall asleep. I'll just keep fucking you.
Yeah.
And it was a joke. It was a joke.
But then I don't know.
Like,
I mean, with this guy, his name was Shay.
Put Shay business in the streets.
Fuck Shay, shit. I mean, shit.
You know what
But
you
it was really. I'm saying the first. I mean, I still can't get the first day out of my head. That was like some amazing. Like, I even texted. I didn't normally. I'm one of those people who hit and quit it. I mean, I don't ever want to hear from you again. And so I texted him the next morning. Hey, missing you. He said, I'm missing you too. He said, I want to share some things with you. I like you, and I want to move on, and I want us to grow and get to know each other. What time do you get off work? I want to come over. And I was like, okay. So then that was night 2. So, like she said, he was catching feelings.
So the first night he fucked you. The second night he wanted to make love to you. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You wanted to be.
He was just trying to show out. So now I got you.
So, but then
okay, when I have a one-night stand with somebody, which is usually every time I have sex, but,
Same here.
I mean, I pull out all the stops. I'm like, I want a 5-star Yelp review, you know,
just in case I see you again.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're trying to go down in the history.
Yeah, exactly. So they
Get into the
highlight
highlight reel.
rocked my world.
I want him to remember my name. If they don't remember nothing else, like if somebody bring up Tab or Tabitha, the first thing they're gonna think about is fuck the Tabitha, or whatever. I want to be left in their. I want to be inbred in their.
Yeah. And you know what? How many times do they come back at you like months or
years later? Yes.
I had a guy. It's the only time I've ever used anal beads on a guy, and he still. I've known him for probably coming up on 20 years now. He still is like, "You're what I masturbate to." He's been married twice, and I'm just like, and he's like, "I masturbate to you all the time, and that's so hot." And I was like, "Why? Because I used some fucking anal beads on you, like." Didn't do anything for me, but I mean,
you hit that other G spot. You hit that G spot he didn't know he had.
Yeah,
I'm one of those. But
he doesn't do it with his wives. I'm the only person that's ever
you can't do everything you do with your wife that you do with your other bitches too.
I'm one of the only repeats. I think you are too now. Repeats. No, repeat where you fuck somebody, you think in your head that was good. I don't ever want to see him again. And when they see you or they run into you, whether it's online or in person, they really want to reconnect and do it again. I'm like, no. Yeah. And it wasn't really that good for me if we didn't do it a second time.
Yes.
I'm honestly trying to get past that point in my life. I did that a lot in my 20s, just like one night stands. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah. But I'm at the point to where I'm like, okay, so what did we do? Because I'll forget, like, we did what? If it was horrible, I'm trying to remember. Like, okay, so where did we meet? And he was like, we went and got Chinese food, and then we went to your place, we shot a game of pool, and then we played strip pool. I'm like, okay, so wait a minute. Did I win or did you win? And then they said I won. Then at this point, it's starting to come to me because but I keep a book. I keep a book on who I've had sex with. So a couple years ago, I started getting a text message from a number I don't know. Going back and forth, like, who are you? This is my name. Don't know. Send me a picture. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. And I was like, did we meet on a dating thing? I go, or did we meet? He goes, did we meet in person? And he goes, we met cock to pussy.
There you go. That's the whitest shit I've ever heard in my life.
He said I was good and bad. He goes, obviously I'm not. I go, obviously I am. But this guy still. So I was like, okay. And then it clicked to me. Like, he was just like, oh, I came to the Sapphire show. I met you there. And I was like, okay. I was like, I do remember you now. But the pictures he sent me, like, he had short hair, shaved face when I met him. The pictures he sent me, he had long hair, gained weight, facial hair. And I was like, well, I still wouldn't fuck you now because you look like shit. But he still randomly texts me, and I'm like, you again. I'm like, leave me alone. I said, the last time he texted me, you're gonna love this. Last time he texted me was just a few months ago. The thread is still there. And I go, you know what? I go, at this point, you can pay me for my time. I go, here's my Venmo. I go, if you want to talk to me, you have to pay me. So he sent me $30.
Oh, no.
And I go, okay, well, that covers our text message conversation.
Right. I was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. And but I get those kind of things all the fucking time. Like, I went on a date with a guy the other day. We only hung out for like an hour, and I didn't even go on a date with him. We were talking online, 30, young, hot. Like, I can show you pictures. So we smoke a joint, we have a drink. I went over to his house. And we kissed a little bit. I showed him my boobs. And then from there, he just automatically started saying that I was his girlfriend and that he, all this stuff. And then from there, I was like, dude, you're fucking wacko. Like the military fuck you up. Like,
right. I meant this sexy guy.
No, within one day, I had to block him on everything because he went on within one day.
He was in the military. He was about to ask you to marry him.
He went on my Instagram.
In his Dodge Challenger.
Because the next day he was just like, I thought we were hanging out tonight. I was like, no, we didn't make solid plans. I was like, I have something else going on. And so he goes on my Instagram and he was just like sort of commenting on stuff. And he's like, I swiped right on that. And, and I was like, block, bitch. And I reported him on fucking Tinder. I was like, this guy's crazy.
As soon as a dude tells you.
I was like, can you imagine if I would have fucked him?
I have this theory. If a dude
hold on, let me write this
wears, I'm dead serious about this. If a man wears a uniform for work, don't date him. It doesn't matter what type of uniform. If he wears a uniform for work, cop, military,
football
athlete, athletes are the worst. Cops and military are actually the worst. Athletes second worst. Firemen maybe. That's it.
Well, I heard that was it. Cops beat and firemen cheat. That's what one of.
That's what I say. Firemen maybe, but like
cop can't get in trouble. Athletes though.
Let me say this. So I dated a guy, and I really liked him. He was really, really, really sexy as fuck. And
go off, Queen.
Right, I'm about to, King. It was time for us to be intimate. And I didn't know
how you made that so respectful.
Right,
it was time for us.
because,
We was about
and
to
I have
fuck.
to say this. I have to say it this way because I didn't want to be the one who made that move. So we were in bed together, and he didn't want to be aggressive or take the initiative. And then so late in the middle of the night, I feel this grinding up against me, and I was like, "Is that his booty grinding up against me?" And so I was like, "What?" So now at this point, like he's grinding, like trying to give me his ass, like he's really trying to give it to me.
So you're the big spoon.
I think it was
Yes. I'm like, but at this point, I'm holding back, like, whoa, what's going on? So he whispers,
motherfucker was sleep bottoming.
"Put it in."
Sleep bottoming.
I said,
Oh my God.
I said, "Put what in?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ain't you a trans?" I was like, "What?" So I grabbed his hand, I put it in. He was like, "Oh shit, like wait." And yeah, it was one of those. So he was like, I said, "But I do have some toys." I'll put it. So I grabbed my biggest toy. He's like, "Oh, you can't do it with that. I'm new to this." I was like,
No, you're not.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
No,
I'm new to this. No, you're not. And you
but
backed
you
it
didn't
up.
stop it. But you didn't stop me either. And when I said I rammed it all the way up in there, I tried to
You
get
should have broke it off.
Yeah, it would break, but I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
That was your reparations.
Yeah. And then
This
hold
is
on.
for every
And then,
time.
right. And then even after that, he would comment, "What you doing tonight?" Like, bro, I don't want to do that. I mean, I didn't even get to do
Again,
nothing.
you broke his fucking
So I had to block him.
He said that was his first.
He said that, but
That
no,
was
he
not
took
his
that with
first
him.
How do
time.
you back it up?
He took that dig. That was not his
Yeah,
first time.
yeah, he took it.
If you said put it in as a man, like
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
you've done this before.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, you right.
But that's why I was thinking when she kept saying he backed it up. I was like, into what?
Right.
Like,
He
so
backed
your
it up.
booty
I'm
was
thinking
rubbing.
like he wanted, like, you know what you should have done? You should have just shoved your fist in his ass.
Had I known that's what he wanted, when he whispered, "Ain't you a trans?"
Yeah, that can't be your first. I feel like your first
Nah, that's
time,
not
you're
the
gonna be
first.
nervous about something going in your ass.
Yeah.
Like y'all are women. You've had
Nervous.
everybody's
Not
here
doing
has had sex,
I've
I've had anal. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I've had anal.
and I've had anal sex. And no woman has
What,
just
you
been like
someone-
put it
someone-
in. It's like easy.
Oh, you mean you've done anal sex?
I performed.
Okay,
I've been to
yeah.
dick.
Okay, thank you. Because you scared me for a
No,
second.
I'm just-
Okay, when you say you perform, you mean you put something in
I
or you
put
actually
something
stuck your
in.
dick in it?
I stuck
Okay.
my dick in the ass. But I'm
Okay.
saying no one's ever just been like put it in. It's more like a be careful when
Don't
you put
hurt
it in.
anytime. Yeah.
And
I'm sure from y'all's
he just said
perspective,
none of that.
Hold on.
you're not just telling
and
the
I
dude.
said, now that you
Something
mention
that's
that,
an immediate request. It's something that you work up to, and it's like, I don't even fucking do it.
But y'all aren't just saying put
But
it in. It's like
I've even known girls who liked it and still will go, well, don't go crazy.
don't just
be gentle.
Yes. So for him just to say,
put it in.
whisper it too. Because when you whisper something like, why don't you
Especially
Yeah.
just backing
He
it up
said-
to you.
put it in?
Yeah.
That's like if I asked a
But
girl.
first of all, hold on. He didn't. No,
He was comfortable.
He didn't know even if had I had one. He didn't know what size it was. So
He was ready.
He was ready.
You
He
was
was
just
ready.
ready for me to put it in.
Motherfucker had a gate. He was ready.
He was
I had to block him. And then I run into him. I run into him at the store at Albertsons right here, and he was like, "I remember you." And I tried. I'm like, "Where you know me from?" I knew exactly who he
That
was.
motherfucker pulled out
Picked
a
up like
Yeah.
a
that motherfucker
key
picked up a French
card
loaf. He
and
picked up a French loaf.
Yeah. You look familiar.
That's fake. I know who you are.
That's so
Well, guys, this has been so much fun.
absolutely.
It has
It
been.
has.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
did an
guys.
hour, 30 minutes.
It's been almost 3 hours. Shit, it's
Hey,
almost 3.
Wait a minute, we did
We
12.
started 2.5.
We started a little
Okay.
after 12, so we started what, closer to 12:30.
2.5.
Guys, this has been so much fun. Make sure that you guys share your following information. And if you have some shows you just want to bring us to LA on, if you're
Or
producing
Portland.
or
You're in LA or
whatever.
Portland right now.
You said what?
You in LA right now or in Portland?
No, LA.
Okay, dig it. I'm gonna be in LA on the 12th and the 16th, and I'm trying to do some dates around then.
12.
That's a Saturday.
Yep, and the 16th.
That's
You
a
staying all the
Wednesday.
time? I
I
don't, but I know some people that have some shows.
Okay, so I will be there on the 12th. I mean, if you got some shows, I'm coming. Yeah, I would come. I would definitely do it.
Yeah, in fact, the lady I jumped on live earlier. There's a lady, Carol. She does a bunch of shows out She got drive-in. She got all kind of COVID-friendly shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll connect you guys.
Now, are the people in LA still with the whole COVID paranoia?
I think
we're not as loose as Vegas, but we still. Yeah, so then yes.
Okay.
Because even when I came, I was like. But here's the thing: I go to the comedy club, nobody's wearing a mask. But I go to the grocery store,
everybody's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I said, "Are we wearing masks or not?" Because LA, it's
comedians don't give a fuck.
You know, when it was only at 25%, I was down in Laguna Beach and nobody was wearing.
Oh no, that's Orange County. Orange County's never care.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Okay.
I was out there. I was in Newport Beach not long
Orange
ago.
County don't care.
They don't give a shit.
Okay, yeah.
They like Texas. They like
these little tiny narrow sidewalks. I'm like trying to put my mask up when I'm passing people. And I'm like,
they'll walk up to you, kiss you in the mouth, and walk off like, "Did you just give me COVID?" They Orange County don't care.
Even walking into stores, they're like, "Oh, it's only optional."
Yeah, they never care.
Yeah, it was good times.
I don't know. I just know that I did catch COVID, and it was a horrible feeling. I died 3 times? I told you. Three times, and I never want to get it again. But I'm not getting a shot.
I never got it.
But I lost a lot of weight, so I want to get it like 2 more times. like just 2 more times. Just I can do just a little bit more of some weight. So yeah, just because it did curb my appetite, and I didn't eat shit, do shit.
Oh, I'm eating food that way,
yeah.
I got food in the car.
I was gonna say, I've got my chicken salad over there.
I got some tacos I had grabbed from this spot downtown.
And you didn't bring them in?
I was gonna say you didn't bring them in.
Here's the thing. So
you thought I had puppies? Like,
no,
I might have dogs. Like I'll eat around motherfuckers with dogs. Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same. It's one of those spots you gotta go in your life.
Dig it.
Roberto's? We know about Roberto's. Like, it wasn't Roberto's. Now, how often do you perform in Vegas?
Normally, like maybe twice a year.
Okay.
This year, I've been here almost every month.
Yeah, because it's close and the scene is popping.
I've been here and then twice this month. I was just here 2 weeks ago, and this dude walked to me last night like, "Hey, I remember you from I did Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Extreme 3 times this year already."
That's
and
good.
yeah, I've been here. I've literally been here every month this year, twice this month. I was like, "This is crazy." So I'm happy. Like, hey, keep working. I don't care where it works.
Well, I told you when I met you Tuesday night, I've seen you so much that I felt like I knew you. Like it was like I mean I saw him, and again videos and name and everything that I've seen. And when we met, he was like, "I'm Dsean. Nigga, I know who you are." Like he was like, "No, but I don't know you."
You just gotta get recommitted.
Yeah.
Plus the pandemic made I forgot everybody because I didn't see anybody for a year. Then on social media, I feel like I've known people. I don't know you. I just know your social media you. But no, it's been good. And then I knew, like I said, when I came in, I looked, I said, I remember now. Because we did meet at the Ha.
We did meet at Ha.
And it wasn't just that, but we met also at the J spot. Because she said it was either one or the other. No, it was both. I remember now. So I used to host both back in the day.
So when I met you at Ha, Tiffany Haddish, before she was the Tiffany Haddish, was there that night, and she did a set. I want to say she co-hosted or she did something. She was on stage like twice or maybe 3 times. I don't know. And funny as fuck. And again, funnier than she is now. But yeah, still love her.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Now I don't know if y'all know, if you go back to some early episodes of That's a Raven. Tiffany Haddish did some scenes from there.
You know, like if you look back at a lot of things, you'll see people like I seen Chris Tucker, and he was an extra in Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
What?
Yes, he was. He didn't say a near word. He's sitting on the couch, like I think he was playing a keyboard. I don't remember exactly that part, but he's definitely on the couch. Gets up and leaves. Never spoke. I was like, wow, that was Chris Tucker back then. So if you go back and watch old shows, you'll see a lot of people.
I was just talking to someone the other day about how Lawrence Fishburne was in Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Fucking cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat. He was the voice of the chair.
Well, even with the old guy, they make fun of his age. Morgan Freeman. He did a TV show called on PBS called Electric Company.
Yeah,
and he talked about alphabets, all of his alphabet of the day type thing, and I remember him.
I was born in the mid '80s. That's before my time.
Always been old.
I know he's always been old.
Yeah, that's everybody's joke. Like you've never seen him young.
We've been having gray hair since 8.
I love watching reruns of the Golden Girls, and there's a lot of
Don
stars on there.
Cheadle.
George Clooney.
It's like them and the Cosby Show literally put almost everybody on right now as A-listers.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to watch. Like I love the show Frasier. You know, the spinoff of Cheers, Kelsey Grammer, and like Sarah Silverman had a part on there, and it's like, and way before she became famous. You know,
Yeah, Adam Sandler was Theo's friend on the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
Like everybody was on there. That's why I love watching shows and looking back and going, "Wow, look where this person is."
Like,
now I'm going to end with this question to all three of you guys. Now, as comedians, and you are a rising comedian, do you look at other stand-up from your peers? Do you watch their full sets? Do you watch celebrity sets and take notes, or you, like myself, try not to look at anybody's content so you don't have that premise in your head? Angie.
I'm like you. I try not to look at anybody's content because you don't know what might accidentally bleed into your head, and you don't ever want to be considered somebody that stole a joke or whatever. Every once in a while, I will watch somebody super famous put out a special. When I go to shows, of course, I watch my friends. You know, but yeah, it's like no, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm watching you. You're distracting me. But no, it's like I don't watch other people's stuff very much. I'm usually one of those people chattering in the fucking back while you're on stage.
Dsean.
If it's a new comedian, I might watch enough to give them some advice.
Depends on the person.
Yeah. Absolutely depends on the person. I don't just watch comedy anymore. No.
Yeah.
I will go back and watch some older stuff of like maybe a Eddie, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, something like that.
Yes.
Just to see, I'm like, oh wow, that's good. But I don't really watch. There's so many stand-up that will go. Did you see this special? No.
Yeah.
No, if it's today's comedians, celebrities, I only watch like Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle because people are talking about
I will watch Chappelle,
but I'm not gonna go to it. That's not what I'm gonna go to.
But I watch Chappelle because I'm not political.
Okay, but no, what I'm saying is I'm only watching it because still I'm still not watching comedy. But if everybody's talking about, did you see the Chappelle show? Oh my God, he's hilarious. He's a goat. He's a goon. All this, so you go watch it. So I'm like, oh, let me go see what they talking about. So,
yes, I'll do that. It depends on the person still too. Like if you just say go watch YouTube, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Because that's like taking me on a date to do my job. No. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Right.
And how many people go, did you see so-and-so's new special? Did you this?
Yeah, I never.
No. You know what I could be doing? No. I could be watching myself and learning different. I don't do this.
Well, my question is, did you go watch me? That's the. I mean, I'm on YouTube.
Did I go watch?
Yeah, I'm just saying it to my friends. No, so did you? Did you go watch me? Like, oh my God, did you see? Yeah, so did you watch me?
And then wait, here's the funny thing about that. When they go, did you see Dave Chappelle? Then later they'll go, you're so funny. Why are you not famous? Because you're not helping.
Right.
You're not reposting my stuff. You're not tagging me. You're not doing what you're doing for Chappelle for me.
Yeah. Excellent.
I broke up with Ray, my last boyfriend before the white guy. Ray would get up in the mornings and watch The Breakfast Club.
Then you need to put the same effort into me.
And I told him, I said, so you never watch Ridiculous? No, I mean, I'm here. I see you in Byron all the time. So it's not the same.
Yes, it is. You need to watch it all the time.
Exactly. And I told him that.
You need to tag
the biggest fan.
People don't understand. I only have 100 followers. Then that's 100 new people that didn't see me though. You don't know how much that helps.
You're selling a brand. You're selling a product.
And if I go on Instagram and I see your story, it's always someone else's comedy stuff being posted. I'm like, but we supposed to be friends or co-work, like
even when they do memes, like I post the funniest shit every motherfucking day, and 6 weeks later I can see it in a meme and somebody sharing it, and I'm thinking, I made that up, and they didn't even share it.
Do you quote yourself on it though? Like when you know how like usually when you see a poem and then it says who the author was. Like, post
put a watermark.
I run out of words by the end. Like I wanted to be that still.
But after you post what was funny, put author tabloid.
Yeah,
I should.
But you shouldn't have to though either.
Right.
Yeah, like you ever check your Instagram, you got the notification in your DMs, then it's a friend. You're like, oh, let me see my friend send me, and it's from another comedian.
Yeah.
I go, do you ever send my stuff to all those people?
Yeah, right. And it's not that I don't mind seeing this person.
I'm probably following the comedian too, so it's kind of.
But I always tell them, "Oh, I've already seen it." Sometimes I've not seen it, but I would say that so they won't have to send me.
I don't reply at all.
It's like
if you're not sending me a twerk video or something super funny,
are you like twerk video?
Especially the type these people. It's like, hey, thanks for watching that person online that lives in fucking Australia or whatever. It's like, I live here locally. I give you free tickets to my show. You've never fucking been to one.
Sending me
you think they're hilarious? Wait till you fucking see me. You're my friend. Kiss my ass. Suck my dick. Fuck you. Like, I still have people. I've been doing stand-up for 12 years. I still have people that have never been to my show. They're like, oh, we're on our way. Oh,
and then they go,
what?
Let me know next time.
Yeah, let me know next time.
No, when's your next show first?
And
that's
then,
the first.
Then
you tell them
let them know
tomorrow at 2. Yeah.
Keep me posted. I said, you know what you should do? This like when I first started, I would do. I said, oh, you want me to let you know next time? I hit them because you know when you start your every night. I got a comedy and this every night. It's like, you don't text me every night. No, that's what you said though. Yeah. You was gonna come support. Right. I've been doing it now X month, like you said, X month. Yeah. You've never seen
Speaking
me
of which, I love the Comedy Union.
Yeah.
It's right there, located next door or a couple of doors down from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Like I would do my set, go get my chicken and waffles, and then come back.
Well, a lot of people put their order in.
That's how I did it actually. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, because it takes a long time. Yeah. It's gonna be hot though. It's gonna be fresh.
We got a minute, guys. Anything you want to say before we leave, Byron?
No.
No, I'm done. I was done 30 minutes ago.
Follow me, Dsean Comedy.
Follow me, Angie Krum on Facebook.
With a
Krum
K.
Shots, yes, with a K, no B. And Krum Shots on Instagram.
Now, Krum is your actual last name, right?
It's my actual last name, and I get that all the time. Like, is that a stage name? I'm like, I think I picked Krum as a stage name.
Well, I get it all the time. Is Tab Lloyd your real name? Well, Tab is technically my real name, but Lloyd is just the name I made up for. Yeah. Then what's your real name? Tab Lloyd. Shit, that's all you need to know.
That's all you need to worry about. That's my stuff.
I guess if my last name is real.
Because you're from Austin, yeah. So yeah. So thank you guys for tuning. And I thought it was fake for real. I did when I first met you. Then we talked and it's like, okay, so
that's government.
Then when I met your brother, Mr. Gary Austin.
Tab is trying to fuck my brother.
Oh, I've been trying to fuck your brother for years. Like he just don't like black girl pussy or fat girl pussy. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to see where he discriminates.
Well, we booked so many comics, I might as well start fucking.
Well, I've not fucked a comic. I've never fucked a comedian.
Really? Oh,
yeah, like
I talk about they say never shit where you eat. I'm like, I might as well eat on the toilet.
But you know what? I think listening to your story with you, when I met you were dating Kevin Winnie.
Yeah.
So me, and then the messiness after that breakup, that was my motto at that point. Like, I don't want to fuck nobody who can go on stage and make me sound bad or look bad. Yeah. Even if I wasn't, even if the stories are real or fake, I don't want that. So I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, damn, she sure you know how to suck a dick." Like, yes, I do. Like
you don't want no one to have the platform to be
exactly.
Besides the fact that was like the worst breakup ever, and yes, we trashed each other, but I talked about like how great Kevin was in bed as a joke on stage. I talked about how big his dick was in my jokes. So as soon as we broke up, all these girls that I thought were my friends were fucking hitting him up. Can I get some of that big dick? And he was fucking all of them just to piss me off.
Didn't even have a big dick.
Oh no, he does.
Oh, did he?
Oh, it's humongous.
I didn't know that.
That's not that big.
No, it's like here's a perfect example. One time he sent me a picture of his dick card with a pack of cigarettes on it, and it said "Smoke this, Angie Krum." Well, you could still see skin on the sides, and the fucking thing comes way far out. Like most positions, we could
like the candy cigarettes.
Oh no, like a real pack of
Virginia Slim. Like yeah, Virginia Slim.
I was like,
Now I've never been one of those girls who like pain. So if you too big and I see it and it's too big, we're not gonna do that.
See, I like pain, and there's a point of having too much pain.
That's the white woman.
That's why your pussy is bruised.
Yeah.
This is why I like being slapped across the face in bed.
You know what's so funny? That scares me.
I choke. I don't slap. I'm not leaving a mark.
I like the choking,
like
slapping.
that. I'm like,
no, you don't leave marks.
I don't ask.
Like, have you ever seen someone get slapped on stage or in a movie? It's the same type of thing.
I don't ask. I just choke.
Yeah, smack
Gently.
Nope.
Gently.
Not gonna do it. Not smacking you.
I like to live on the wild side.
I don't know the level of smack that you're gonna need for your.
Don't put your hands on me. Like
I'm
yeah,
not
don't
See, I
have
won't
me to
hit
call you
anybody.
daddy. Don't slap my ass. None of that. I don't like all
scratch
that.
me. I don't
Scratching, no.
Like, don't dig your
Anything
nails
that's
in my
going to leave a
hurts.
mark. I don't want anything that leaves
It's
a
not
mark.
about
don't do
that.
it.
It's I don't like pain. It hurts. I don't want to hurt.
702-900.
There's a specific way to slap people. It doesn't leave marks and it doesn't hurt.
You watch.
That sounds
She
like
watch.
a
She
domestic
watch a
violence.
lot of Law and Order. SVU.
It's called a stage slap.
Use your fingertips, not your palm.
Right.
Well, you can never hit. See, like we've got where our bones meet here, and then it just goes soft. So you always have to hit where it's soft, and you always have to follow through.
So swing your hand.
You can never like. I've had guys that don't know how to fucking do it right, and I have to yell at them because I'm like, you can.
Then I'm
actually
thinking you're
cause-
serious. Like
You can actually cause damage to it after you do it. Yeah, you have to follow through with it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. See, I'm not even playing.
It has
like
more
I-
like a
it's recorded.
smack
Right?
noise to it.
She gonna leave here and say Byron slapped me
You
twice.
see, I got my hand on
I
my thumb.
actually have a joke about
It was on camera. This was consensual
Yes,
slapping.
And I was like, I'm old fashioned. I prefer if you hit me, So-
I'm good.
but he loved it. I was like, but again, I'm not into hitting guys. I'm like, just, I'm the
Hit me.
alpha bitch that likes being
You let them
dominated.
hit you.
Yeah, like just hit me. but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like, hit me, but I don't want to hit you.
Guys, we're
No,
gonna
that's a
end
woman.
the show here. We're gonna leave here and go into the pool game room area. It's really the living room, but we're gonna go in there.
It's one of the living
Right,
rooms.
right.
Imagine.
One of the living rooms, and we're gonna take a group selfie. And tune in next week. Have a great week, guys, and see you next time.
Thank you. That was so much fun. Not fair.
Glad y'all
I love
enjoyed
how
it.
everybody is so different. She's like, don't hurt me, beat me up.
I'm like, beat the shit out of me, but don't leave marks. I actually noticed I had a bruised bite mark on my back today. I was like, well, that's nice.
Yeah, well, it matches
Well,
the
how-
bruised pussy.
who-
It matches my bruised pussy.
Who was at your back to see the bruise? Are you in the shower? Like, oh shit!
I was getting ready to get in the shower, and because I'm getting tattoo removal done on my back, so I was looking to see like how good it's looking because I'm.
How many processes does it?
Oh my god!
I heard it hurts.
It hurts like 1,000
more than
times
that.
worse than getting a tattoo.
Wow.
I have zero of that.
And
Zero?
clean body.
I mean, I've got this little one and this little one, and then like an idiot, when I was like 25, I got my entire back done because I thought it was a unique snowflake or something. So now I've got
Maddie Pixie girl, you want to be
No, my boy got his
It's a
hand
huge
removed.
phoenix